Wednesday was an eventful evening for the Suns. Not only did they play great defense, they got a few favorable bounces. Steve Nash got his second career triple-double. They clinched their first Pacific Division title in a decade. And Q broke the record for most three-pointers in a season, previously held by Dan Marley. Don't let it get you down, Dan, because we've got the Suns against Kevin Garnett and the Timberwolves next. The Pacific Division champion Phoenix Suns continue their stretch run to the playoffs as tonight, from downtown Phoenix at America West Arena, the Suns play host to the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that's won 5 games in a row. Hi, everybody, with my broadcasting partner, Thunder Dan Marley. I'm Gary Bender. Well, they've got the Pacific Division title, but that's not enough for this team. They wanted the best record of the NBA and have the home court throughout the playoffs.
You're right. They wanted to win that Pacific Division. Now what they want to do is beat these other two teams for the best record. You never know when it comes down to playoffs when you need to win that 7th game. And who knows, if they meet Miami or San Antonio for one of those final games, you want it right here at America West Arena.
Amari Stoudemire returns to the lineup after missing 2 games. In his absence, the Sun won both of those games. They really stepped up. They closed the ranks.
Well, that's what's got to happen when a good team. One of your best players goes out, the other 4's got to step up. When you look at these numbers, all 4 of these guys really play well. Look at that field goal percentage for Steve Nash, 82%. I mean, that's your point guard saying, you know what, I'm going to put this team on my shoulders, and all these 3 other guys followed suit.
Well, to follow up on Steve Nash, he posted his second career triple-double. What was amazing about it to me, Dan, he did that in 27 minutes. He didn't even play the 4th quarter.
Well, we looked right before half, and I said, this guy's about to have a triple-double. He looked down, he had 11 rebounds. He pretty much does it all, and the last one was the assists. And you just see here, he pretty much did it all that game, getting loose balls, making hustle plays, and again, just creating for his teammates as he continually got to the basket and made easy buckets for the rest of his team.
As far as I'm concerned, that's an MVP-type season he's having. He just continues to be unbelievable. Dan, I got to mention this. You and I were having a conversation off camera, and you were saying that you wanted to have a career change.
Well, you know, sitting here watching Q the other night break my record, I went home, I slept on, I said, you know what, I can't allow him to beat my record, so I'm going to come out, I'm going to play next year. I said, I'm going to put that uniform back on, and playing with Nash, I may get 500 threes.
Well, Coach Mike D'Antoni had this reaction.
Well, I'm sure he's ticked off about Q getting his record, and he would really help us. And the guy's strong, and he can shoot threes, and he would probably put up about 800 to 1,000 of them next year. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Kind of upset he's trying to come back and get his record back, but, you know, I think I'll appreciate the company, and maybe I'll learn a couple things from him. But he ain't getting my record back.
Well, we got to say, April Fool.
Yeah, Q, you're safe, buddy. I ain't coming for that record. You deserve it. I'm too old anyway. I like working with you.
All right. We'll be back. We'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineup. The 4th and final meeting between these 2 clubs. It's the Suns and Timberwolves next.
Wow. Mickey D's Big and Tasty, a marvel of human achievement. Like placing a man on the moon, constructing the Great Pyramids, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, a quarter-pound patty of mouth-watering ground beef on a sesame seed bun. All for $1. $1! How do they do it?
Dude, you talking to your burger.
Big and Tasty, a huge part of McDonald's dollar menu.
there's one thing baseball fans can agree on, it's Major League Baseball on XM satellite radio. Every team, all season long, plus commercial-free music.
So 7th-inning stretch. Game tied at 6. Back after this.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I have a question about my account. I also have some checks to deposit.
No problem. I can help you with both of those.
Really?
What's your question?
Can I transfer?
At Bank of America, our managers are there for you,
Well done.
offering solutions
Thank you.
to make your banking easier.
We're back here in the bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch.
Bank of America, higher standards.
Phoenix Suns basketball on FSN Arizona is brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. By McDonald's. I'm loving it. By Geico. Check out our new low rates for Arizona. Call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO or visit us at geico.com. By Kia Motors. Kia. Make every mile count. By the Arizona Department of Health Services, encouraging you to inhale life and be tobacco-free. And by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA. Welcome back to the Purple Palace, Game 3 of a 3-game homestand between the Suns and the Timberwolves. It's time now for the Phillips & Associates Accident Law Firm Injury Report. If you've been injured, remember Phillips & Associates. You can see that Madsen has the surgery to the right wrist. Eby's been out almost all year long. Madsen will be out for the rest of the season. And Amari Stoudemire returns tonight after missing 2 games. Thousands of people have trusted Phillips & Associates with their serious injury cases. You can too. Call now, 602-258-8888, or go to Phillips.com. We'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineups and the keys to the game after we step aside.
When you live in a Fulton community, you just can't wait to get home.
Fulton Homes. You're proud to own, we're proud to build.
This is Matt Hasselbeck, Seattle Seahawks quarterback and real Quest customer. In the offseason, Hasselbeck likes to avoid hassles, so he relaxes with his new Direct TV service, available from Quest. With Quest, he gets the best digital programming, great savings, one bill, and only one number to call, which is a lot less hassles for Hasselbeck. So if Hasselbeck can,
You can too.
call 866-4BEST-4U to order Direct TV. Get a 4-room system and standard professional installation free. That's our spirit of service in action.
I'm Robert Arntz. If you are ever arrested for a serious crime, please remember Phillips & Associates is here to help you.
When I needed help with a legal matter, I knew I needed an aggressive attorney. I turned to Phillips & Associates. They took my case right away with no down payment and at a discounted fee. Phillips & Associates believed in my case and fought strong for our rights. I highly recommend them. Thank you, Phillips & Associates.
Little or no money down to begin your criminal or DUI case. Call us right now, 602-258-8888.
Right now at the Room Store, for the first time ever, save the tax on every item in every room and get no money down, no interest, and no payments till October 2006 with no minimum purchase during our store-wide Save the Tax sale. Save the tax on every Broy Hill bedroom. Buy this ranch bed, only $297, or this cherry sleigh bed, only $397, tax included, and get an extra $100 off when you buy the matching dresser and mirror on sale. The store-wide Save the Tax sale now at the Room Store.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Timberwolves come in here. They've won 5 in a row, including last night against the Lakers. It's time now for McDonald's. I'm loving it. Starting lineups. Kevin McHale, who's a vice president and general manager, is now the interim head coach of the Timberwolves since February 12th. He's 13-8, replacing his former teammate and close friend, Flip Saunders. Sprewell, Garnett, Olowokandi, Hudson, and Hassel have been the starting backcourt. They have really started to roll and playing the kind of basketball they played last year. The Suns, Mike D'Antoni says we got to finish strong. Work towards securing the best record of the playoffs and the home court advantage throughout the playoffs. They want that Western Conference championship, and Amari is back, and obviously that is very good news after missing 2 games. It is now time for the Greater Phoenix Kia Retailers Keys to the Game. Kia, make every mile count. Dan, what are the keys?
That's what I'm talking about, Gary. The keys to the game, tough in the paint. They got to keep them off the glass. They got to keep them out of the paint. And then the second one, keep building on defense. They know if they want to go far in the playoffs, they have to continue to build on their defense. That means communicate, transition defense, and then respect this opponent. They were humble the last time Minnesota, when they were in Minnesota. They absolutely crushed them. This is a team that's fighting for their playoff lives. And this is a team that wants to get in the playoffs, Kevin Garnett especially. So they got to come in here. Amari's back. They can't rest on Amari. They got to go out and they got to play well.
Well, the guy that leads the way is the man known as the big ticket, Kevin Garnett. And he is the reigning league MVP, and he is just not going to let this team give up. They're playing their best basketball, and Minnesota 2 games back of both Memphis and Denver at the start of the night. Nick Pavetta, Tony Brothers, and Pat Frayer, the 3 officials. Tonight's game is sponsored by Belkin. Get connected to your computer, home theater, and MP3 player with Belkin. This is a dangerous, dangerous game. The Suns handed the Wolves their worst loss in 3 years in the Target Center. But they lost here. They also beat Minnesota in the Target Center the night that Kevin Garnett had a career-high 47 points. So it's hard to figure what's going to happen here tonight.
Well, Phoenix has lost the last 3 games here against Minnesota at home. So Minnesota comes in here with a little bit of confidence, knowing they can win at America West.
They had a win last night against the Lakers as they had no less than 7 guys in double figures down low to Olowokandi. They use his height advantage. He's able to give the Minnesota Timberwolves an early lead.
You see what Minnesota did? They went right at Amari in the paint. I said you got to keep him out of the paint. Olowokandi got way too deep on that possession.
If Joe Johnson, he's had 3 straight 20-plus point games in a running one-hander, and he knocks it up at 2.
The Suns run that play every time. The very first play, Joe Johnson coming off that screen. Sometimes he shoots a jump shot. That time he took a nice little right-handed runner down the paint.
And I think part of that, Dan, is just to get him started, build some confidence for him, because from time to time his confidence does wane. Here is Trenton Hassel, and Hassel's been averaging almost 10 points a game during this 5-game winning streak. He's known for his defensive ability, but he's contributed on offense as well. Here's Marion with the 3, and way short of the mark. Olowokandi comes up with it. Olowokandi starting his 7th game in the last 8 outings. Sprewell cross court to Hassel. Hassel from Austin Peay hits again. It's a 2. And of course, he was a high school teammate of Sean Marion back in Clarksville, Tennessee. And there's Olowokandi fouling Amari Stoudemire at the other end.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for the Suns. If there's one guy out there you want to let shoot jump shots, it's Hassel. And he's come out here and hit his first 2.
6-2. Minnesota the early advantage. Joe Johnson will inbound. Joe Johnson averaging 23 points a game in the last 3 outings. Here's Nash coming off the triple-double. Not able to get the rebound. And the Suns as Hudson bats it over to Kevin Garnett. Hudson is a guy you might recall in the playoffs in 2003, averaged 23 points against the Lakers in the first round. He's still coming back from ankle surgery. Here's Garnett, who's a warrior, just stays with it, and it's 8-2 now, Minnesota.
Well, that time Garnett just caught it and went too quick. They couldn't allow the Suns to go come double team, missed the shot. Actually, Sean blocked the shot, got it back and put it in.
So Amari, after the 2-game absence, gets his first opportunity of the night. Thus far, Minnesota 4 of 5 from the field here in the early going, getting good percentage shots. Trenton Hassel will bring it outside to Hudson. Hudson played at Southern Illinois, was not drafted coming out of college. He is so quick, and the ball deflected. He and Barbosa tonight will be 2 of the fastest and quickest players you'll see in the league. Nash into the offensive end. Suns down by 4 in the early going. Amari goes in against Olowokandi. Joe Johnson baseline 2, and he got it.
Good decision by Amari. Didn't take a tough shot, dribbled it back out to Joe, and then set a nice pick.
So the Suns, after trailing by 6, have whittled it down to 2. Here is Hudson, started collegiately at the University of Missouri, transferred over to Southern Illinois. Olowokandi kicks it out to Hassel. This Minnesota team has really been playing good defense the last 5 games. That's one of the reasons they have been able to win. There's Garnett trying to follow the miss of Olowokandi, couldn't get it done. Joe Johnson back the other way. Garnett comes out on him. Joe kicks it into the corner to Marion. Marion has just been sensational, the 3-game winning streak. 27-7 average-wise. Amari misses there. Garnett comes down with it. Suns in the early going now, 3 of 6 from the field. You can see the rebounding edge to Minnesota here in the early going. Out it comes to Sprewell. Dumps it back in to the reigning MVP, and he lost it. Suns will get it back.
Well, surprise there with Sean Marion's on Kevin Garnett. He's going to try to front him, and they're going to double team him every time he gets the ball. That time he was one-on-one with Joe Johnson, just happened to lose it and went out of bounds.
Here's Nash in one of those little patented moves inside, dribbling around until he finds the open man. Q, he had 4 threes the other night, and he hits his first tonight. Q Richardson proud to own the three-point zone. Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Phoenix Suns Charities, and Q comes up with a steal. And it comes to Joe Johnson. He tracks it down. Feeds wide. He is able to close it out.
What I was talking about, Gary, that time Sean Marion fronted Kevin Garnett. As soon as they threw the lob pass, Q came from the weak side, stole it. And it's good to see Amari throwing down those patented dunks again.
Oh, it's good to have him back. A 7-0 run now for the Suns. Into Oluwakangi, the #1 draft pick coming out of Pacific. And he's able to hit the little jump hook. He's been playing better. In fact, he is coming off of a double-double the other night. Here is Nash now using Amari as a screen. Brings it off to Sean Marion. And we're going to have a whistle. And it's going to be a defensive technical against Minnesota, too long in the lead.
You can see here what I was talking about on the defensive end is Q's watching from the weak side. And as soon as they throw that lob, he comes over, steals the ball, and the Suns get out and run. Joe Johnson finds a cutting Amari, and then Oluwakangi smartly steps out of the way.
Yeah, he's not stupid.
No.
You got to get out.
Well, I don't know if he's stupid or not, but he's not that dumb. He knows he's going to get out of the way, and he sees Amari cutting down the paint.
You can see thus far in the early going, the Suns having a little difficulty with the basketball. Turned it over 7 times, but they still have a 2-point lead. Check it around. Check it around. 7 points on 3 turnovers. As there is Oluwakangi coming down with the rebound, brings it off to Hudson. Hudson, a guy who, if he ever gets healthy, could really be a big player for this club. When he was healthy that year in 2003, he was almost unguardable. Out it comes now to Hassel. Hassel from outside, and that'll go over the back. And Oluwakangi comes down with it. And Oluwakangi able to stick it.
I think the Suns thought that was the overall. Yeah. Once it goes over the top of the backboard, it's usually out of bounds, but they changed that rule and they stopped playing.
Here's Nash with a 3. And Steve Nash proud to own the 3-point zone, and Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns Charity.
You know, Steve Nash could have a big night here. Hudson continues to go underneath those screen and rolls, and you can't go underneath Steve Nash.
There's Hudson creating for Oluwakangi, rejected outside. Garnett able to save it to Michael O. And here's Garnett from outside. Q tips it over to Nash. Quickly ahead to Amari. And Amari Stoudemire is back.
He is back, running the floor, leaked out there. Again, a great cross-court pass all the way down the floor, and Amari showing no ill effects to that ankle with a beautiful behind-the-head slam.
5-point lead, the biggest lead of the game thus far for the Suns. Nash picking up Hudson. Garnett dumps it in low to Oluwakangi. They swing it around into the corner. Hassel driving on Q. 3 on the shot clock. Hudson not able to get it. Garnett follow tips. And eventually it's going to be off of the Suns, off of Marion. Garnett, he is so long. He's listed at 6'11", 7 foot, those long arms. He plays a lot taller. He is leading the NBA in rebounding at 13.7.
The problem is the Suns are double teaming so much and running around. Sometimes you lose your defensive blocking out abilities, and that way Kevin Garnett was down there and able to get the offensive rebound. So the Suns, although playing good defense, are going to have a hard time controlling the boards.
Well, you saw that graphic, 5 offensive rebounds. It has been Garnett hanging around the basket. Here's Sprewell, wants to dump it into Oluwakangi, instead goes to Hassel. Hassel with the 2, and that will go over the back, and the Suns will have it. We're going to have a break in the action. 5:58 to go in the first quarter. So after the Suns got up a little slowly, they have started to ignite the top scoring offense in the NBA.
Welcome back, Marley. You know what he said? He said, holla!
Oh, I can't believe Kyle turned down these tickets.
I know, right? Let's hit him up.
Hey, that's your apartment. That's your Bud Light. That's your girlfriend.
Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
Sharon? Yeah, she's Sharon, all right.
Didn't you know you were coming to the airport? Put your arms out. Come on.
While you were waiting to be probed and searched at the airport, our slot machines paid out $50,000.
I have a book, notebook.
I don't need a story. I just need you to unpack it.
More money than any other casino in Arizona. What are you waiting for?
Tonight on your Arizona Sports Report, the D-backs finalize their starting rotation. We'll tell you who's in, and we'll hear from Bob Melvin, plus all the postgame from the Suns and T-Wolves. On your Arizona Sports Report tonight after the game.
World-class boxing returns to FSN. Former champ Riddick Bowe is back with a vengeance and on a quest to reclaim the heavyweight crown in a special live presentation of the best damn sports show period. Thursday on FSN.
Suns by 5. Saturday's Powerball jackpot, an estimated $10 million. Check for the winning numbers at ArizonaLottery.com. It's time now for the Powerball Power Play. And Amari Stoudemire has returned, and he's a force.
That return, he shows that ankle is feeling pretty good as he's again running the floor and making behind the head jam. And glad to see Amari back, collecting some of those easy baskets.
Suns shooting 64%. The Timberwolves at 40. The Suns have hit 2 of 3 behind the three-point line as we come back in. From outside, Q, another 3. This time Sprewell comes down with the rebound. Garnett in the game is 1 of 5 in the early going. You know that will not continue. Earlier this year, as we mentioned, he had a career-high 47 points against the Suns. Sprewell able to hit him. Latrell Sprewell, a guy who last night had 11 points, 6 assists in the ball game. From outside is Nash, count it, their third 3 of the night. And Nash is proud to own the three-point zone. Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns charity. So the Suns are stroking it behind the line, 3 of 5.
Well, Troy Hudson continues to go underneath that pick and roll, and if he does, Steve Nash will take that jump shot all night long and end up with 30.
Sprewell comes right back and hits another. Sprewell has been playing much better as of late. His numbers down from a year ago. He wanted a big contract. He and Cassell were not happy about it and caused some dissension on the team as Marion is able to hit it. And the Suns right now are shooting so well, and all 5 starters have scored.
Well, that was a great pass by Amari. Took it all the way to the basket and shoved it off to Sean, showing how unselfish he is.
And it's going to be a foul on Joe Johnson as he has a collision with Sprewell. Jim Jackson's going to come into the lineup now for Phoenix. And Q will leave. So Q leaving with that 1-3 he nailed. And the other night, he had a season high for his performance with the Suns this year, 19 points. And when he has been with this team now, the Suns are 22-7 record-wise, and stepping out of bounds is Troy Hudson. Did he get a timeout? Evidently, he did get the timeout. So we'll go right back into a timeout mode here.
I think he felt like he got shoved from Steve Nash, didn't get the call, and had to tell the ref he wanted a timeout before he stepped out.
So it's going to be a full break. The Suns up 22-16, shooting the ball very well, 64% from the field, and passing the ball very efficiently.
Southwest Airlines is not just for short flights anymore. We're taking low fares farther with more long-distance nonstops out of Phoenix.
You are now free to move about the country.
When you've been recognized by J.D. Power & Associates as the most dependable heavy-duty full-size pickup truck, there's no need to be bashful. GMC Sierra, professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
The Rawlings 10 presents T-Mac in Save That Dude Over There Who's Fallen.
T-Mac, T-Mac, that dude over there's fallen. Save him.
Let's go.
Grab the ball, dude who's falling. It's the Rawlings 10. It's got more grip.
Thanks, T-Mac.
No problem, dude who's falling.
The Rawlings 10. More grooves, more grip, more game. Stay tuned next time for Save That Cat in the Tree.
T-Mac, T-Mac, save me, save me.
Suns trying to win their 4th in a row and their 55th of the year. It's time now for your Geico quote of the game. A 15-minute phone call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. The source, the Associated Press, after the win over the Lakers last night. The quote from KG, Kevin Garnett, the subject, the Wolves' playoff chances. He says it's terrible. I hate playing catch-up. This is a bet we made, so we've got to lay in it. We've got to win almost all the games left. I don't know anybody who likes to play like that. And what's made it tough, Dan, is they had the best record in the West last year. They won 58 games and had the #1 seed.
Yeah, you know, they fell on some hard times, some injuries. You know, Sprewell and Cassell, those two guys there really get this team going, and they took half the year off. So you're right, Kevin. You put yourself in that predicament, you got to play out of it.
Boy, he has the will of a warrior, though. If there's anybody that will try to get him back into the playoffs, it'll be this guy. As he shoots it, the shot clock expired before they got it underway. So after the timeout, they had time to run a play, and they didn't even get a shot off in time.
Kevin McHale must be a rookie coach. Oh, he is.
I can see the turnovers 4 for the Timberwolves. Suns have thus far not turned it over. Out it comes to Nash. This is another 3. He's hitting 3 for 3. And Nash very proud to own the 3-point zone. And Fulton Holmes proud to donate another $150 to Suns charities. And Nash with 10 points. We've talked about this, Dan. Nash looks to me like he could average 20 points a game if he took more shots.
He sure could. I don't know if Hudson gets cable. He's just leaving. Nash going underneath on the pick and rolls, and there just absolutely went down to the paint, left him wide open.
Here's Jim Jackson. Off it comes to Amari. Suns up 25-16. Joe Johnson's going to pull up. And Sprewell comes down to the rebound. Latrell Sprewell in his 13th year out of Alabama. And it comes down to Olowokandi. Tough matchup for Marion as he uses that 7-foot advantage. Rebound is going to be cleared by Hassel. Gets it into Garnett, and he just elbowed Nash out of there. That'll be a foul on Kevin Garnett.
Not a very bright move by Garnett there as he actually caught the ball and could have just went over Steve Nash and dunked it. Decided to lower his left shoulder and get him out of there. And don't know why he did this. All he had to do was just go straight up here and go over the smaller Nash. Instead, he tried to deliver some punishment and got called for the offensive foul.
And Nash will sit down now, and Leandro Barbosa will come into the ball game. Sam Cassell, who's been so tough on the Suns through the years, has also checked into the game. Cassell has been nursing a hamstring a lot this year. That's one of the problems that the Timberwolves have faced all year long. Amari can't get the shot to go. Eventually coming up with a rebound is Sam Cassell. And the only victory this year over the Suns, Cassell had a huge 4th quarter. And Mike D'Antoni said, I don't want to get in that situation again where he could win it in the 4th quarter. That shot not finding the mark. Marion ahead now to Barbosa. Leandro Barbosa has really been playing well, averaging almost 11 points a game in the last 3. Misses his shot. Sprewell comes down to the rebound.
You know, Minnesota's got 2 guys that come off his bench and really score. Cassell and Zerbiak, who's also in there. Both those guys are really good scorers and come off the bench.
Well, Zerbiak is leading the entire NBA in bench scoring individually, averaging almost 16 points a game. And Joe Johnson just nailed another 3. And J.J. proud to own the 3-point zone. Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Phoenix Suns charities. And now we have a loose ball foul. Dick Pavetta now indicating we have a timeout. Suns on a 14-4 run. This is a 22nd timeout. I guess he was signaling full and then went to 20 after that play. The Suns already in this ball game are on fire from 3-point land, and Steve Nash leading the way.
Cassell looked over and said to win a timeout. I think McHale wanted the timeout to change his mind, and by that time it was too late. Somebody on the Wolves have already called it, but Barbosa has learned from Nash as he went down all the way there, and you're going to see Nash getting all these open looks. Here you see Hudson going underneath the Sean Marion screen. And memo to Hudson, Steve Nash is the best shooter on his team. Again, he goes underneath the screen. And Steve Nash is the type of player, if you're going to continue to give him jump shots, he's going to make you pay. And I got to look for Hudson to start fighting over those screens because Nash will absolutely kill you.
Nash is just right now on fire. The Suns are 5 of 7 behind at the three-point line. They came in here averaging just over 9 makes a game, which is leading the NBA, and they're going to surpass that before it's all over. You can see after they started 4 of 5 for the field now, they're 4 of 18. They got to be a little bit stunned by the way the Suns are shooting the ball. Off it comes to Cassell. Into the corner it goes. And Serbiak not able to get it. Sprewell able to follow, and he's going to be fouled. It'll go on Barbosa. So Stephen Hunter is coming to the ball game now for the Suns at the 2:21 mark. Amari sitting down. Stoudemire making his return, scoring 6 points in 10 minutes.
Stephen Hunter's been in the game all of, 5 seconds, has already irritated Kevin Garnett, which has made, that's been become his life mission. Every time he plays Minnesota, he gets under Kevin Garnett's skin, and that time put a nice little box out on him. Kevin's already complaining to the referees.
I wouldn't want to get Garnett mad at me. The guy is such a competitor. I mean, the big ticket has a whole package.
My money's on you.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to fight him. Don't get me involved with this. You switch that in a hurry. And now Sprewell not able to get the free throw. He got 1 of 2. 28-17. Off it comes out of Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson has 7 points. Nash with 10, leading the way. Barbosa picked up by Serbiak. Serbiak has become their 6th man and done a great job for him. There's the ball coming out long, and Sean Marion running over. Cassell picks up the foul.
In that possession, Minnesota came out in the zone trying to slow down this hot shooting Phoenix Suns team, and Sean Marion crashed the boards, got called for the offensive foul.
In the game is Eddie Griffin now for Minnesota, the guy who they signed to a 1-year contract, and is really starting to play very well as of late. Played 1 year at Seton Hall, where he was the National Freshman of the Year. Cassell inside, and there's the man we're talking about, Griffin, who lays it in. 28-19. The Timberwolves through the year have been as good a zone team as you'll ever see. There's Marion following once, twice. Garnett finally gets it out of there. Boy, did Marion get up that time over Garnett. Just couldn't get the shot to go. Sprewell, and that'll be short. Marion with a rebound, coming in 4th at the start of the night, averaging at 11.3. Out to Jackson, swinging around to Barbosa. Cassell is on in. Leandro dumps it to Hunter. Hunter's going to go in, and nice little jump hook by Stephen Hunter.
Yeah, what a beautiful by Stephen Hunter is. He gets the ball out there, takes the 2 power dribbles, and takes it right at Garnett with a nice little jump.
A 30-point quarter for the Suns as we have a minute to go here in this first quarter of play. Serbiak in the corner. Garnett's going to pop from outside, and the big guy can stroke it. He's shooting 50% on the season. 30-21. Marion the trailer. He'll pop from outside and doesn't get the break on the shot. Garnett comes down with it. Minnesota coming into tonight is 13-9 against the Western Conference on the road. They fared very well. Serbiak long with the shot. Here comes Marion. Ahead to Jim Jackson. Jackson pulls up, and the Suns cooling off a little bit right now. Serbiak back the other way. Sudden Sam Cassell to Serbiak, and he won't miss that shot.
No, not too often. Serbiak, one of the better shooters from mid-range in the league, but Jim Jackson did a good job of catching that bounce pass from Sean Marion. Attempted the tough shot, didn't go. Minnesota took advantage and went down and ran themselves and got an easy bucket.
So the 12-point lead now has been whittled to 7, and the Suns will go for the last shot here in the first quarter. Joe Johnson taking his time. He'll make his move about now. Gets a screen from Hunter. Into the corner to Marion. Marion inside. Not there. Rebound cleared by Serbiak. And so Minnesota probably feels fortunate. They're only down by 7.
They should be fortunate. Sean Marion had a lot of good looks there in the first quarter. Couldn't convert on too many of them, so they fought back in this game. But the Suns are doing a good job here. Come out early. Amari gets involved early. Looks like Phoenix trying to establish this home court advantage.
While you were waiting for 5 o'clock to roll around, our slot machines paid out $1.6 million. More money than any other casino in Arizona. What are you waiting for?
Now at the Room Store, for the first time ever, save the tax on every item at every room and get no money down, no interest and no payments till October 2006 with no minimum purchase during our fantastic store-wide Save the Tax sale. It's like buying tax-free. Save the tax on every Viewpoint 8-way hand-tied 100% top grain leather sofa starting at only $8.97 in cafe or black, tax included. The store-wide Save the Tax sale now at the Room Store.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Wait for the hash browns.
Mornings are looking up thanks to McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. There are plenty to choose from. All go great with hash browns.
Imagine a best-selling minivan, now at a 5-star crash safety rating, and give it a longer powertrain warranty. Back it with 5 years roadside assistance and price it right. What would you have? The Kia Sedona. It's not only a better value, it's a smarter buy. Stop by your Kia retailer today and test drive one of the best values on the road. Or learn more about the Sedona on kia.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA.
Minnesota on a 7-2 run. The last 4 minutes, climb within 7 of the game. It's time to watch, click, and score again. Log on to Suns.com with tonight's secret word of the game, jumper. And you could win a private basketball clinic from former Suns sharpshooter Eddie Johnson for you and 9 of your friends. Plus, 10 runner-up winners will receive a copy of EJ's Jump Shot and Offensive Skills DVD. Don't forget, tonight's secret word of the game is jumper. Log on to Suns.com now to enter. Minnesota closing there at the end of the first quarter, and the Suns turn it over. They did not have a turnover in the first quarter. And they have there suffered their first of the night. Cassell misses. Stephen Hunter brings it down. Hunter brings it ahead to Barbosa. Timberwolves had 9 offensive rebounds and 5 second chance points in the early going. Barbosa gets it into Q with Zerbiak on him. Q tells Barbosa to get outside. To the corner, Marion with a 3, and the Suns have their 6th 3 of the night, and they're shooting 75% behind the line, and they are proud to own the three-point zone. And Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns Charities.
What a good recognition by Q to accept a double team on the post and throw a bullet pass cross court to Sean Marion for the 3.
So Marion able to nail the 3 from outside. Back to a 10-point lead. Marion floats, tries to get his own rebound. It comes out to Wally Zerbiak. Zerbiak earlier this year came off the bench in one game and scored 34 points. Here is Griffin from outside. Jackson comes down to the rebound. Suns quickly the other end. Barbosa outside. Q loads it up. Out there. Rebound is cleared by Griffin. Well, you could just hear the hush. The crowd reacting every time he launches one from out there. And it comes down to the big ticket. Double team coming. There's Marion with a steal. He's 4th in the league in steals. He comes up with another one. Here is Q floating to the hole and can't get the shot to go. Garnett brings it down. Here's Fred Hoiberger's coming to the ball game. Zerbiak finishes.
Well, Sean got pushed in the back there on the offensive rebound and wasn't able to secure it. Minnesota take advantage of the dunk by Zerbiak.
And Mike D'Antoni is just describing that to the officials as you speak. He did not like that at all. Hunter almost travels, gets it off now to Q. Q again low against Zerbiak, going up against it. He likes this matchup. Zerbiak fouls it. Q showing his ability to go inside as well as outside, as Hassel's going to come back into the ball game for the Timberwolves, as Richardson will go to the free throw line.
I like that matchup too. That's the second time they posted up Q. The first time they had to come double team and they got a 3, and that time nobody came and Q used his strength down there and got fouled.
Q started the night shooting 74% from the line. Marion's coming out of the ball game now. Amari Stoudemire will come back in. 33-25. Richardson thus far with 3 points in the ball game. coming off of a 20.7 rebound performance Wednesday night. And when he broke my partner's record, 4 of 11 behind the line. Suns basketball in part brought to you by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA. Well, the Suns are doing a pretty good job behind the line, Dan. Look at that, 6 of 9. Not quite as effective outside, and there's going to be a moving screen on Zerbiak. So Zerbiak picks up the foul. Suns will take it side out.
You just hate, as a player, hate to pick up 2 quick fouls like that, especially one on the defensive end where you thought you played pretty good defense, and then come down the next possession and have a pick foul called against you.
So as you mentioned, Zerbiak with 2 fouls. Here's Barbosa outside, dumps it into Q. Q backing in on Hassel. Hassel's a very good defensive player. Stays with Q, but Q got the job done.
Hassel is a good defensive player, but Q's very good down there in the post. Got strong legs, got good moves down there. I still think Minnesota's going to have to double team no matter who they have on Q.
I tell you what, that's the thing that's really been pleasant about Q, is he's starting to take it inside more. Did a lot of that with the Clippers last year. Here is Cassell. He may have shuffled his feet on that play. Suns going to have it anyway. Amari tried to wrap around to Barbosa. Barbosa able to retrieve, and he's going to be fouled by Hoiberg and counted.
The only thing more spectacular about that shot is that pass that Amari threw, and they got away with it. I don't know what he was trying to do with that behind-the-back pass, but the Suns were lucky to get it. And then Barbosa, watch Amari right off of Hoiberg, and then Barbosa, he's done this a few times this year. Takes it strong to the basket with the kiss in the horn.
So easy to use, Geico.com, a caveman could do it.
What?
Oh, no,
Not cool.
I did not know you were there. I can change.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's so easy to use Geico.com, a caveman could do it.
What's that supposed to mean? Did you hear that? That is really condescending.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh. Okay, party people, everybody scream!
Life not exciting enough for you? Play Scratchers from the Arizona Lottery and get ready for some real fun.
Wait till everybody at work hears about this! Yeah! Woo!
You can win up to $25,000 at this table. Introducing Wildcard, your Arizona Lottery. We got your ticket.
We got the hottest slots, the biggest jackpots, guaranteed to make you smile.
There can only be one original, and when it comes to good times and the very best in gaming, there's only one name, Fort McDowell Casino. We've been at it longer than anyone else, and we know what you're looking for. We're Arizona's original casino, baby.
Fort McDowell Casino. Good times never go out of style.
38-25, the Suns, and it's this day in the NBA, sponsored by Paddock Pools, where all your backyard needs. April 1st in 1999, Philadelphia head coach Larry Brown wins his 900th professional game with an 88-84 win over the Miami Heat. At the time, Brown had 671 wins in the NBA and 229 in the ABA. It's good to see Larry back after having some health issues, back with the Detroit Pistons, the defending world champion.
That was against my Miami Heat. So
you didn't play any defense
I
that
contribute
night.
to his 900 wins.
Okay. 8:55 to go. The Suns are doing some things very well. I love their energy. They are passing the ball. They're very active. They're shooting the ball from outside. They have been able to convert turnovers to 12 points thus far. In this quarter, they've hit 3 of their first 6 shots. And from three-point land, they are 6 of 9.
Doing a great job. They've only turned it over once themselves and holding Minnesota to 35% shooting. So Phoenix coming out here strong in the first half.
Looked very sharp, and they played well Wednesday night as well, as we're in the stretch run. And the Suns, if they could go 9-2 the rest of the way, they would set a franchise record for victories with 63. General consensus is they need to go 8-3 to finish with the best record in the West. Tonight, a big game. San Antonio is playing in Denver. 14-point lead for the Suns. Hassel goes in and is going to be fouled. Trenton Hassel, as we mentioned, a high school teammate of Sean Marion, a guy who had really earned his way into the league, a former second-round pick of the Chicago Bulls. A defensive stopper who has some offense. Steve Nash getting ready to come back into the ball game. Hassel at the start of the night, a 79% free throw shooter. This is the #1 free throw shooting team in the NBA. Minnesota as a team averages 80%. Barbosa coming out. Here comes Nash in, and Barbosa doing a nice job while he was in there.
Doing a fantastic job. He's learned a lot from Steve. I noticed lately he keeps the ball in his hands a lot more, takes it all the way to the basket, and then makes his decision. Doesn't give up the ball too early.
Well, if you're around Steve Nash, some of that's got to rub off, huh? Off it comes now to Amari Stoudemire. Boy, it's good to have number 32 back in the lineup. Griffin trying to measure him. Out it comes to Jackson, back to Amari. 8 on the shot clock, and he traveled with the ball. So Amari missing 2 games with an inflammation of his left ankle. He was out here at least an hour before the start of the game, working, trying to get loosened up, trying to get back into the groove. So the Suns now with their second turnover of the night. Trenton Hassel played very well in the playoffs last year, and eventually, of course, this team lost to the Lakers. That's going to be a defensive 3-second call, a technical against the Suns.
Yeah, against Stephen Hunter, he saw Hassel over there squaring up Amari Stoudemire, wanted to be on the weak side, ready to come help if needed. Didn't get out of the paint in that mandatory 3 seconds and got nabbed.
This Minnesota team lost to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals in 6 games, and they thought they were going to have an even better team this year. They remained intact, but Cassell and Sprewell complaining about their contracts. Cassell has been hurt a lot. Just a lot of things have not gone the way they anticipated, and they fired their coach. Here's Hassel, and he's going to be fouled. Trenton Hassel just kind of stays after it, doesn't he? Kind of a blue-collar guy, just keeps finding a way, and he's going to go to the free throw line again.
And he has good offensive skills. I mean, pretty good set shooter there, and there he can take it to the basket and draws the foul, but it's hard to feed your family, as Sprewell said, on $14 million a year. I don't know how he gets it done.
Well, he turned down a 3-year, $21 million contract, and he's 34 years old, and a lot of people feel that he will not be with Minnesota after this year is over. I think I could feed my family on that. I might even take you out a couple of times to eat.
I need $14 million. I keep feeding you as much as I feed you every night.
Yes, I was comped, if you're asking. I left a big tip, though. Here's Nash outside with 7:54 left to go. In this first half of play, the Suns shooting now 47%. Minnesota 35. Hunter goes in, and a nice play by Stephen Hunter. We're seeing more of that now, Dan.
And that's great to see Stephen Hunter. He's done a good job of finishing around the basket. We see 2 moves here now. He's a little bit out more and take a couple dribbles hard to the basket and able to finish in traffic.
Look at Hassel. He just stays after it. Griffin comes down to the rebound. Griffin, a lot of talent, but a lot of baggage as well. Hoiberg, the #1 3-point shooter percentage-wise, misses from outside. Sam Cassell gets it back out to Griffin. Griffin, line drive shot, and Hunter comes down to the rebound. Nash at the other end, not able to get this one to go. Griffin breaks it down. Sam Cassell, a guy who won 2 championship rings in his first 2 years with the Houston Rockets. A guy who went to his first All-Star game last year, the oldest All-Star to ever go, and a first-time to the Classic, as Zerbiak makes it 41-31. Suns have led by as many as 14. Murray again facing up on Griffin. Goes baseline, overshoots it, and look at Hunter tip it outside. Hunter's really active tonight.
Yeah, they got Zerbiak guarding Hunter. Hunter just used his size, went right over him and got the rebound.
Off it comes Jim Jackson. This is a 3-ball, and the rebound is cleared by Griffin. Joe Johnson at the scorer's table to check in. Offensive rebounds. Timberwolves getting the better of that. A lot of that is KG, Kevin Garnett. Zerbiak, count it, off-balance shot, and he'll go to the free throw line. That was an awkward-looking effort, but it paid off for him. Zerbiak kind of shaking it off a little bit. He hit the floor pretty hard.
Zerbiak realizing Amari is out on him, took him straight to the basket. Amari gives him a little shove, and Zerbiak hits the tough runner as Q hits the floor, but One thing the Suns haven't done well here, and they haven't done it well all year, is the offensive rebounds, as Minnesota continues to get second and third looks at the basket.
That was the first foul on Amari. Zerbiak is deadly at the free throw line, an 87% free throw shooter. This tonight is the 21st straight game that he has come off the bench after earlier being a starter. And he gives them some instant firepower and misses the free throw. Up it comes now to Nash. They are 5 of 8 from the free throw line. The Suns have hit 3 of 4. 6:10 to go, halfway through the second quarter. Nash to Amari, brings it out to Joe Johnson, a 3 ball, and Zerbiak brings it down.
Minnesota doing a pretty good job defensively right now as they're guarding all aspects of the game, cutting Amari off and then getting out and putting a hand up on Joe Johnson's 3.
In the last 8 games, Dan, they've only allowed an average of 89 points. I mean, they have clamped down. This is the defense we saw all last season. And Cassell misses. Zerbiak loads it up. And another offensive rebound. 2 of them. Here is Griffin. And that is really costing the Suns.
Well, I've harped it all year long. This is something that may come back and haunt this team if they continue to allow teams to rebound the way they are offensively.
Q tries a 3, and a 10-2 run now by Minnesota. 41-35. You knew this could be a very dangerous game. This is a desperate team, Minnesota. They need a win in a worse way to stay in the playoff hunt. And there is Cassell. He had his foot on the line. It's a 2, and we have a 4-point game. 41-37. I tell you, Sam Cassell scares you half to death. When he gets down to the end of crunch time, he wants to take all the clutch shots. There's Nash, lost it. And all of a sudden, the Suns have started to lose a little bit of what they had early in this game.
I said Minnesota's really picked it up defensively and done a good job. And then on the offensive end, they're getting 1, 2, 3 looks at it. And you don't want this guy getting hot, especially later, because in the fourth quarter, he kills the Suns. Suns 41, Minnesota 37.
Love the way you've decorated in here.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines from Phoenix to the San Francisco Bay Area or Sacramento for just $59 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
When you've been recognized by J.D. Power & Associates as the most dependable heavy-duty full-size pickup truck, there's no need to be bashful. GMC Sierra, professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
The Diamondbacks' greatest hits are on FSN Arizona. It's the long-awaited return of the Diamondbacks. Gonzo and a crew of new faces are ready to rock the National League and kick off the season with a #1 hit as their reloaded squad gets set to turn up the volume against the Cubs. Unbelievable ball game! Diamondbacks, Cubs begins Wednesday at 6:30 on FSN Arizona.
Minnesota on a 12-2 run, and the Suns have hit only 1 of their last 6 shots in the last 4 minutes. Here's what's coming up after the game on your Arizona Sports Report. The Diamondbacks round out their rotation today with the naming of their 5th starter. That plus action from today's game against the Boston Red Sox. And then we'll have the latest from the Final Fours. March Madness reaches a conclusion on Monday night. We'll also hear from the Suns about this one and give you all the news in the NBA. It's all next on your Arizona Sports Report right after the game. So you mentioned this, Dan, and it's so true. Minnesota has taken their defense up about 2 clicks.
They have. Suns only shooting 42%, down considerably from where they started, but Minnesota starting to play really good defense, and like you said, that's how they've gotten on this 5-game win streak.
And there is Marion fouling Cassell, who got him up in the air. And so he has committed the foul, sending Sam Cassell to the stripe. The cagey veteran Cassell, 35 years old. He is a guy who is a very smart scorer, I guess is the way I would put it. Cagey player, and he's not able to hit the free throw. So the #1 free throw shooting team is 5 of 9 here in the early going. Suns need to regroup. go back to what they were doing early. As Cassell gets 1 of 2. And Garnett's been on the bench while they've made this move.
Well, Zerbiak's come off the bench, did a good job. Hassel's done a good job. It's been a good team effort. It's been mainly just on the defensive end. They've really stepped it up.
Suns are only 4 of 12 in this quarter. There's a pass intended for Q. There's that defense again. Cassell headed back the other way. I think when Cassell came in, this team just seemed to really surge confidence-wise. Out it comes to Hoiberg. Hoiberg brings it off to Zerbiak. Zerbiak from the corner, a 2. And Griffin follows, and he's fouled by Amari. And Stoudemire's picked up his second of the night. 14 offensive rebounds now for this Minnesota team.
Well, the Suns just tend to live on their athleticism instead of going and finding somebody, putting a body on them and boxing out. They just think they can out-jump everybody, and that's not the case in most chances, as Zerbiak's going to get a look at as Q backs off him, and nobody puts a body on Griffin. His 2 sons, Amari and Sean, just stand there waiting to get the rebound. Griffin tips it in and gets fouled.
Boy, where did this 14-point lead go? This could tie it right here, and it does. We are tied at 41. Timberwolves have 9 second-chance points. The Suns, 0. Off it comes now to Stoudemire for the baseline. They need a shot. Rebound is cleared by Garnett, and the Suns, as efficient and as impressive as they were earlier, right now have kind of hit a wall.
Well, Amari's going to need to knock down that jumper because Griffin is not going to come up and play him. He doesn't want to be able to drive around him, so they're going to back off until Amari proves he can start hitting that jump shot again.
Garnett has come back in, and they got the job done without Garnett, and Trenton Hassel continues to get the job done. He's got a chance at a 3-point play, and Minnesota has taken the lead in this game. Jim Jackson getting ready to come in for the Suns.
Again, just posting up Hassel. Good job of getting Q up in the air, gets fouled, and the scary thing is this Minnesota team full of veterans. You can see it in their eyes. They got their confidence. They love going. That's what I always say about Minnesota. They love going on the road because they feel like they can win. Guys like the Krell Sprewell, Sam Cassell, they enjoy playing in hostile environments and getting the crowd going.
I agree with you. And they were talking about that they've got that feeling back, and there's going to be the foul, and the foul will go on Hassel. They're starting to get that feeling back. They're playing like they were last year, starting to take care of business in the last 5 games. Boy, they are on a 19-2 run right now, and that's the difference. You can see the scoring in this quarter. Wow, it has turned.
Yeah, this could be worse. And like you said, one of the best free throw shooters, the best free throw shooting team is only 5 for 10.
Yep. And Cassell able to save it somehow, trying to get Omari to foul him for the 3rd time.
He was just irritating him a little bit.
Cassell backing in on Nash, and Sam hits it. And boy, this game right now has completely turned. The Suns down by 4 after leading by 14. They need a basket in the worst way. And here's Nash with a 3, not there. And the rebound is cleared by Griffin.
Well, Minnesota's gone to the Suns' defensive philosophy. Back up and make them shoot jump shots and prove they can hit them. Right now, the Suns are cold.
Suns have scored 2 points in the last 5 minutes of the game. Here's Garnett, and Garnett comes back in and makes it a 6-point lead now for Minnesota.
Well, that time they tried to double team. It was just too late, and Steve Nash ran right by him. Garnett split it and got the layup.
Garnett was 6 points in the ball game. They're led by Hassel's 9, Zerbiak's 8. Jim Jackson brings it out to Marion. Marion's going to try one from outside, and the Suns, it looks like there's a lid on the basket right now.
That's all right. You know the Suns are going to start hitting some jump shots, but Minnesota doing a good job of just backing off and making them take them.
Zerbiak into KG. Garnett goes inside, and that'll be an offensive foul. And Tony Brothers called it on him. Garnett didn't like it. And so the Suns will get it. We have a timeout. Kevin McHale didn't like the call. He's talking to Dick Pavetta. And the Suns right now need something good to happen. Down by 6. Maybe this will start it. As the offensive foul, this is Phoenix Suns basketball on FSN Arizona.
File bankruptcy now, before the law changes. Time may be running out for you to file bankruptcy under the current law. Congress is considering new bankruptcy laws which could affect your ability to eliminate all your bills. But if you call now, it's not too late. At Phillips & Associates, we can begin preparing your bankruptcy case with little or no money down and eliminate your bills. Call right now for your free office visit. 602-258-8888.
Call us right now before the law changes. 602-258-8888.
Every great basketball player knows to follow his shot and finish the job. At Pulte Homes, we've built nearly 400,000 homes. We know follow through, so we come back to check on things again and again and again, just to make sure you're delighted, because that's the way it should be. To find the Pulte home that's right for you, visit Pulte.com.
Since the 8:55 mark, the Wolves have outscored the Suns 22-2. Hey, check out special offers on Southwest.com for the latest and greatest in air, car, and hotel deals. And it's amazing how this game has turned around. Dan, it's been the defense primarily of Minnesota, but the Suns have been settling for a lot of outside shots. They were hitting those threes early. Now they're not going.
Well, the Suns are now shooting 38%. And Minnesota, realizing they're cold, they're just backing up and make those guys take the jump shots, cutting off the lane and not letting them get in the basket. And another thing is the offensive rebounds. And the Suns have given up 14 offensive rebounds already for 10 second chance points for only 0 for the Suns. So they got to stop this trend. It's going to be a long night for the Suns.
Suns are only shooting 25% of the second quarter. The Timberwolves at 47%. And it was a game where the Suns looked so efficient. They really had quickness. They had good spacing. They were shooting well. And all of a sudden, it just came to a grinding halt. And now somehow they're going to jumpstart this team again. You can see now in the battle for the best record at the start of the night, 1-game lead on the Spurs, and Miami see the home and away. Suns with 6 home, 4 on the road. San Antonio, big game tonight in Denver. Miami losing last night. 47-41. Minnesota as we come back in at the 2:11 mark here of the second quarter. Joe Johnson missing. Rebound is cleared by Sam Cassell as the outside shot has deserted the Suns right now.
As an at-home court advantage is big in the playoffs. When we had it at 92-93, we had the best record. It didn't help much against the Bulls in the finals, because remember we had the final game against LA here the first round, and the final game against Seattle, the 7th game, and beat them here. So that is big when you have that final game and you have it on your home floor.
Very good point. As that ball deflected out, it'll be Suns ball with 1:45 left here in this first half of play. The Suns led after the first quarter 30-23. They led by 12, had a cut to 7, and in the second quarter, it's been hard to generate any offense at all. Here's Amari, and Amari finishes with a flurry.
And that's how you break out of a slump. You got to get some easy baskets. They haven't been able to get out and run. That time, Steve Nash went away from the pick and roll, got to the basket, found the cutting Amari.
Stoudemire with 8 points in the ball game, 47-43. Cassell picked up by Jim Jackson. And away from the ball, Dick Pavetta has called the foul against the Suns. It's going to be on Steve Nash. 15 foul on Phoenix.
Well, we were waiting for ages for this, and Steve goes away from the pick and roll and attacks the big man and finds Amari for the easy slam, and then comes down and gets switched off on Zerbiak in the post, tries to get around the front, got called for holding.
Nash with his first foul of the night. Zerbiak missed his only free throw earlier, gets this one. Wally Zerbiak, who made one all-star appearance last year, had a lot of problems injury-wise, had a foot injury that kept him out of 53 games. Second one by Zerbiak, and it's 49-43 Minnesota. A back-to-back affair for this Minnesota team. In the second game, they have an 8-10 record. Out it comes to Jackson. Jim Jackson with a 2, and that's not there. Rebound by Griffin. And the ball batted away. Amari comes up with it. Off it comes out of Johnson. Suns with a minute left here in this first half. Nash into Amari, off-balance shot, but he gets the foul. Tough shot by Amari, but he's starting to take it to the rack. And the foul's going to be on Griffin. Sprewell will come back into the lineup now for Minnesota.
I'd like to see the Suns continue to do a steady dose of pick and roll with Amari and Steve Nash. That way you have the ball and the best shooter on the floor in Steve Nash, and if they try to stop him, Amari's going to get the ball cut into the basket.
It's time for the Quest Spirit of Service stat of the night, and we have the number 1 and 2 guys in the league in double-doubles. 62 for the reigning MVP, and Sean Marion, who just missed having a double-double the other night by 1 rebound. If he would get number 47, that would tie his career high in a season. Amari's free throw not finding the mark. Suns now 3 of 6. 49 seconds left to go until intermission. Cassell with Nash trying to get the ball out of his hands. Griffin from outside. They were going 2 for 1. Rebound Marion ahead to Amari. At the other end, Griffin fouled him. He tried to stop him from shooting, got there late. And Kevin McHale cannot be happy about that. As Stoudemire now at a chance at a three-point play.
Well, Amari was guarding Griffin, ran by him on the three-point attempt, got way down through, and looked like he kind of seemed to wait for him. And I don't know what Griffin's trying to do. When he gets underneath that rim, I don't care who you are, you're not going to stop Amari from dunking. You should just let him dunk it and not give him a free throw.
Boy, the Suns are missing free throws. Marion, though, reloads. There's Amari, tried somehow to reach over and follow tip. Could not. 49-45. Suns now 3 of 7 from the line. Cassell whips a pass to Griffin. He can't finish. Stoudemire comes down with 20 seconds left in the half. Off it comes to Joe Johnson. They're going to go for the last shot of the half. Nash looks inside with 12. He'll make a move with about 8 seconds to go. Then it goes into Marion. Marion, tough catch, puts it up, and he'll go to the line. Good effort that time as Sean knocked off course, still able to get a shot underway.
Well, Sean playing extremely hard, but missing a lot of puppies down there. Shots he usually makes, so look for Sean to get hot here in the second half. But another good pass as he just throws it up there, knowing Sean athletic enough to go up and get it, got fouled.
Hassel committed the foul. That's his second. And the Suns miss another free throw. Whoa.
Well, this is going to be one of those nights where the Suns are going to have to find a way to win, gut it out. Obviously, nothing going right here in the second quarter, shooting-wise. We're just going to have to play tough, stay with it, and hopefully we're going on their patented runs where they get hot.
They're going to get Stoudemire out of there. They don't want him to pick up his 3rd foul, so Stephen Hunter will come in with 7.8 seconds left in the half. Yeah, sometimes that you walk into a team that has desperation, that needs to win in the worst way, and you give them any hope at all, and then you've got a tiger. And this is what they're facing now, is a team that's fired up, this Minnesota team. Hassel not able to get it. First half comes to a close. The Timberwolves outscore Phoenix in the second quarter, 26-16. 16 points is all the #1 scoring team in the league was able to generate. Coming up at halftime, Tom Leander and Tom Chambers.
Hey, welcome back, Thunder Dan. You planning on a comeback?
No, I'm just here for my weekly water test.
Leslie's makes owning a pool easy and fun. Find everything you need to keep your pool clean and clear all year round. And pool experts in every store.
Retirement suits me just fine. Thanks, Leslie's.
Leslie Swimming Pool Supplies. 31 Valley locations, over 470 nationwide. Clearly, you can count on us.
It all comes down to this. One skee ball left to break the Krupnik family record set by yours truly and win the coveted Cinnamon Crunch dessert. Oh, she falls over the crap.
Yes! Nice try, Dad.
At Peter Piper Pizza, you'll love the food as much as they love the fun. It's not just a big deal, it's the big deal deal. Get a large one-topping pizza, wings, plus our Cinnamon Crunch dessert, all for only $16.99.
Hey, don't go looking for those cigarettes, because today's the day we finally call it quits. No more secret smoke breaks at work. No more making our family suffer when we light up. Yeah, of course they want us to quit, but it all comes down to you and me, baby. Hey, why do you just want to look healthy on the outside? Come on, give it up. Good man.
the Room Store's #1 in sales and #1 in selection of famous Sealy Posturepedic in Arizona. At the Room Store, you can buy it today. We'll deliver it tomorrow. We'll beat any price, any day. And it all comes with our no-hassle money-back satisfaction guarantee. And right now, buy Sealy any size, full, queen, or king at one low price, starting at only $88 each piece, tax included. And get no money down, no interest, and no payments till October 2006 with no minimum purchase.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
It's the Phoenix Suns halftime report on FSN Arizona, brought to you by the Arizona Department of Health Services. Be tobacco-free. By Leslie's, the world's largest retailer of swimming pool supplies. By Phillips & Associates, Arizona's law firm. And by the Room Store. We put it all together and save you more at the Room Store.
Suns trying to go 3-0 on this homestand, trailing by 3 to the Wolves here at halftime. Tom Leander along with Tom Chambers here from the Bud Light Paseo, the Friday night crowd behind us. Yeah, ready.
They're doing well. I like it.
Well lubed up, I think, here on a Friday night.
Ready to go.
Amari Stoudemire returns for the Suns. I liked his team play. I mean, you're gone a couple of games. You can't just come back and start launching, and he didn't.
He did not. He came in, he really blended in well. He not only did a nice job of involving his teammates, setting screens, as you see there, rolling to the basket, making some nice passes to Q there for an assist, making another pass here. You know, did a nice job of fitting in. He understands, he's smart enough and mature enough now at this point, understands, and he does that very well also. To come back and to fit in with what the team is doing, not take away from it, but add to it. He even took a charge on Kevin Garnett.
He had 4 assists in the first quarter. Easily could have had 6 if some of the guys would have hit their J's. So,
well, they've missed a few shots.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that next. What happened in that second quarter? That's our topic. On the other side, halftime, Wolves leading the Suns by 3 here in downtown Phoenix.
Is an injury a serious injury? When you can't work, when your life is put on hold, when you lose income, when you can't function because of pain or suffering. The fact is, when an injury caused by someone else's negligence changes your life for the worse, it's serious. When you need serious help, no one will fight harder for you than Phillips & Associates. Call Phillips & Associates today and get the justice you deserve.
We took a Whata chicken sandwich, added a slice of melted pepper jack cheese, and topped it off with tomato salsa. The pepper jack salsa Whata chicken. Now that's what we call a humdinger.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Fulton Homes. You're proud to own, we're proud to build.
When you've been recognized by J.D. Power & Associates as the most dependable heavy-duty full-size pickup truck, there's no need to be bashful. GMC Sierra, professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
If there's one thing baseball fans can agree on, it's Major League Baseball on XM satellite radio. Every team, all season long, plus commercial-free music.
Suns' 14-point lead disappears in that second quarter. The Wolves go on a 22-2 run. Tom Leander, Tom Chambers back here in the Bud Light Paseo. Looking at these numbers, off the chart rebounding-wise. Minnesota already has 42 rebounds in the first half, 14 offensive.
Well, and the other numbers are pretty close. That's why Minnesota was able to come back. They were getting second chance points. They have 10-0 versus the Suns. So when you lose on the boards, double, 2-1, you're going to be in for a long night.
And this is a hungry, desperate team. The Minnesota Timberwolves clawing, scratching for that final playoff spot in the West.
And, you know, playing solid basketball. They're executing right there. You see them chasing the basketball down, getting second chance opportunities. Trenton Hassel doing a nice job of backing Q down, working, drawing a foul, and putting the ball in the hoop. But Minnesota is not only playing better defense, but they're executing better. And as of late, we know they come into this game with a 5-game winning streak. Sam Cassell now playing well. Also, 5-game winning streak, trying to extend that to 6. They are fighting. They are clinging by the end of the little fingernails, trying to keep themselves alive in the playoffs.
Doing it without Kevin Garnett. He's just 3 of 8 from the field in the first half. Does have 10 rebounds. Eddie Griffin already with a dozen rebounds in the first half. Wow.
Yeah, but they're playing D. Kevin, even if he doesn't score, he finds ways to help his team win.
A totally rad halftime show inside the America West
Rad.
Arena. Look at this, dude. Airborne. We'll hand it off to Kevin McCabe, FSN Arizona. 3-point game here at the half.
Got a window.
Mine too.
Business travelers, we got you something. Southwest has new leather seats and roomier cabins for more comfortable flights.
I love leather.
You are now free to move about the country.
Now that tastes fresh. The whole natural mountain stream thing, it's fine. But I was just in there. You do not want any of that. There's salmon in there. And you know what they're doing? Spawning in the mountain stream. It's way too natural for me. Crisp, refreshing, salmon free. Wow.
Right now at the Room Store, for the first time ever, save the tax on every item in every room and get no money down, no interest, and no payments till October 2006 with no minimum purchase during our store-wide Save the Tax sale. Save the tax on this 7-piece living room with sofa, love seat, 3 tables, and 2 lamps, only $9.97. This contemporary 7-piece living room, only $13.97. Or this designer suede cloth 7-piece living room, only $17.97, tax included. The store-wide Save the Tax sale now at the Room Store.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
The marriage was built to last.
You are so awesome.
But the house was built too small.
This is kind of awesome.
How long are we here?
For 1 year, sparks will fly.
This is not awesome.
I just want to make an omelet.
Oh, are you kidding me?
The drama will be real, but it won't save you any money on car insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Why haven't you called Geico?
It all comes down to this. 1 skee ball left to break the Krupnik family record set by yours truly and win the coveted Cinnamon Crunch dessert. Oh, she falls over the crap.
Yes! Nice try, Dad.
At Peter Piper Pizza, you'll love the food as much as they love the fun. It's not just a big deal, it's the big deal deal. Get a large 1-topping pizza, wings, plus our Cinnamon Crunch dessert, all for only $16.99.
Welcome back to America West Arena here in Copper Square. The Phoenix Suns down 3 to the Minnesota Timberwolves at the half. Kevin McCabe here courtside with assistant coach Alvin Gentry. Coach, you hit kind of a lull there in the second quarter. Was it you guys or was it Minnesota just stepping up defensively?
Well, I mean, they played a little bit better defense, but we still got great shots, and we shot it like the weather in Minnesota, really. I mean, we were ice cold. We just got to continue to push the basketball, take the same shots and knock them down, but we got good shots.
You're feeling good about this team. Just get up and down, take the ball in the net and push it, and you'll get back in this.
Well, yeah, I think so. You know, obviously they had a 22-3 run. We just couldn't get anything in the basket. We're a scoring team. We're going to get some shots in the basket, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. No panic. They're very calm. 3-point deficit. They'll take care of it here in the second half. Don't forget, we'll take care of you after the game with the Arizona Sports Report. We've got the Diamondbacks highlights, plus they have a 5th starter coming up. We'll hit it from that. The Final Four will get set for the Final Four in St. Louis, and the Suns post-game locker room interviews all comes your way on the Arizona Sports Report. Gary Bender and Dan Marley are standing by. They're ready to holler. We've got high-flying NBA action coming your way. It's high-flying. You don't want to miss the second half coming up.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA.
We got the hottest slots, the biggest jackpots, guaranteed to make you smile.
There can only be one original, and when it comes to good times and the very best in gaming, there's only one name, Fort McDowell Casino. We've been at it longer than anyone else, and we know what you're looking for. We're Arizona's original casino, baby.
McDowell Casino. Good times never go out of style.
We took a water chicken sandwich, added a slice of melted pepper jack cheese, and topped it off with tomato salsa. The pepper jack salsa water chicken. Now that's what we call a humdinger.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Phillips and Associates, can I help you?
When I was charged with operating under the influence, I called Phillips and Associates. They were able to take my case instantly and provide me with a monthly payment plan that was easy for me. My attorney was courteous and responsive to all my needs. Thank you, Phillips and Associates.
Little or no money down to start your DUI or criminal case. Call 602-258-8888.
Imagine a best-selling midsize SUV. Now, add more horsepower and torque. Add more legroom, hip room, and shoulder room. Give it a longer powertrain warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Then price it right. What would you have? The Kia Sorento. It's not just a better value, it's a smarter buy. Stop by your Kia retailer today and test drive values on the road. Or learn more about the Sorento on kia.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Wardrobes for Suns broadcasters have been furnished by The Clothery in the Biltmore Fashion Park, voted Arizona's best men's store every year since 1998.
We're halfway there with Thunder Dan Marley. I'm Gary Bender, and Minnesota on a 22-3 run at the end of that first half. You know, you look at the numbers, and I guess the Suns have to be pleased they're only down by 3. I mean, that game completely turned on them in the second quarter.
Well, both teams shot terribly, 38 and 37%. The Suns actually shot 46% from the three-point line, which isn't bad. But you look at the rebounds. Minnesota, 42 rebounds to the Suns, 21. 14 of them offensively. Second chance points, 10-0. Garnett, as you said, not a very big half. Only 6 points, had his 10 rebounds and 4 turnovers, so we hope he doesn't get going. But the Suns had a lot of good looks at the basket, and we all know that they're going to start shooting better here in the second half.
Well, Minnesota did not hit a 3. They were 0 for 7. The Suns, remember, they came out and firing, and they were hitting everything behind the line, then ended up 6 of 13. Suns at one time in this game led by 14 points. Boy, that seems like a long time ago right now. So a dangerous game is getting a little uneasy. Now, Stoudemire and Nash leading the way for the Suns. Joe Johnson with 7. And as far as Minnesota's concerned, it was Zerbiak leading the way with 10, and then it was Hassel with 9. KG, the big ticket, had only 6 points, along with Olo Akandi with 6. But what I think scares you is this Minnesota team in a desperation mode, a team that must win this game tonight. They have Sacramento coming up next, and they've got new life. After getting really, I thought, blown away early. It just looked like when they had that 14-4 run early in the game, they had 5 of 7 threes, the Suns did. Looked like they might just really put this game in the old deep freeze, but not now.
I'm not even worried.
You're not worried at all?
Shawn Marion was 2 for 10, missed a lot of easy buckets. He's not going to do it in the second half. Steve Nash is going to make this jumper. It's all over.
Okay. All right. I will go along with the program then. So Nash able to make it a 1-point game. Nash with 12 points in the game. 4 of 7 for the field. Garnett swings it around to Hassel. Hassel played really well in that first half on both ends of the floor. into Olowokandi. Q is on him right now. And Olowokandi, a little jump shot, can't get it to go. Q brings it out to Nash, and here come the Suns. And it's to Marion, and he can't get it to go with the left hand. And then Minnesota turned it around and threw it away.
Well, Sean just having one of those tough nights. Did a fantastic job of running the floor, using the speed to get ahead of everybody. Nash with a good drop pass just missed the left-hand layup. You can see Nash coming off, and he's going to take this jump shot. And he hurt his left elbow coming off that screen, and good thing it wasn't his shooting elbow.
He seems to be all right, and then he's fouled by Hudson, who tried to track him. So Nash, who has the ability to sense when he needs to start taking over a game offensively, start shooting more. And so all of a sudden here in this second half, he's done just that. 1-point game. Nash trying to shake Hudson, gets it off to Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson's shot is way short. Rebound is cleared by Kevin Garnett. Garnett with 11 rebounds now.
I know Steve Nash doesn't like to do this, but when he comes off those pick and rolls, I think he should shoot it every time. Hudson continues to go underneath the screen, and I'd rather have him shoot than anybody else on the floor. If he's got wide open jumpers, why not take them?
I think that's a very good point. I think he's so unselfish sometimes, and I think he could average close to 20 points if he took the normal shots. There is now the turnover. Nash, Marion, and Marion just can't get anything to go right now.
Well, that was a tough shot there. He's trying to go over Kevin Garnett. There's another thing. Steve Nash took it all the way to the basket and laid it in. So, Sean, those shots will fall to him eventually. He's just having a hard time here at the outset.
He's 2 of 12 from the field now. Here is Hudson, dumps it into Olowokandi, got it low on Amari. Amari's got to be careful. He doesn't pick up another foul. Rebound is cleared by Marion. Suns with a chance to take the lead. Nash creating inside. Just underway in the second half. The Suns trying to maintain the best record in the NBA. Q with a three, not there. So the Suns now 6 of 14 behind the line. The other night, when Q broke my partner's record, he was 4 of 11 shooting from three-point land. Out it comes down to Olowokandi. Backing in on Joe Johnson. Olowokandi turnaround and two-pointer makes it 51-48. Back it comes to Joe, and Joe makes him pay. They didn't get back. Olowokandi was caught looking the other way, and all of a sudden Joe Johnson got him from behind.
You're exactly right. I don't know what Minnesota was thinking there. Even though they want to make it, they made the basket, doesn't mean they can rest, and nobody got back, and Joe took it all the way to the basket.
9 points now for Joe Johnson. 1-point game again. 9:28 left to go here in this third quarter. Minnesota trying to win their 6th game in a row. Out it comes to Sprewell. Into Olowokandi. Makes contact with Amari. Can't get it. Garnett with another rebound and a loose ball foul on the Suns. When Garnett goes up with those long arms, it's over. You're not going to get it away from him. The foul will go on Nash.
Here the Suns taking advantage of a lack of effort by Minnesota. They didn't get back. Steve Nash pushing it up to Joe Johnson, who made the layup. But the Suns got to do a better job of finding Garnett at the offensive rebounds. He's just roaming around in that paint and securing all the rebounds.
You can see thus far the fast break points. The Suns getting better. They've missed 6 straight three-point shots. Almost turned it over. Marion follows, can't get it. Out it comes now to Q. Marion is having some
just one of those
shots.
nights. I mean, he's missed 6 or 7 layups.
But they've been difficult. The degree of difficulty has really been something. 2 of 14 from the field. Nash going inside. Jump stop brings it outside to Richardson. Another 3, and they finally get one after missing 6 straight. And Q Richardson is proud to own the three-point zone. And Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns charities. And the Suns have taken the lead by 2, 53-51. Kevin Garnett, and Garnett answers at the other end.
Well, Garnett just caught the ball, turned away from the double team, used his length on Sean Marion, hit the turnaround jump shot.
8 points now for KG. Q trying to take Hassel inside. Dangerous pass to Joe Johnson. Nash going inside, gets it to Amari, and he's fouled on the way up by Olowokandi. Olowokandi committing only his first foul of the night.
You see here, good ball movement by the Suns as Joe Johnson penetrates, finds Nash. He goes into the paint, finds Amari, who gets fouled and tries to finish with the hard slam.
Stoudemire, 10 points in the ball game. He's 0 for 3, though, at the free throw line. You know, I wonder sometimes, you see this happen, Dan, and you've probably watched it many times. The guy doesn't play for a game or two, And the free throws, a lot of times, really suffer. I don't know why that is, but you see it a lot.
Has maybe to do with a little bit of conditioning, not catching your wind. You're playing hard there in the paint. You get fouled. You go to the free throw line and don't take your time to relax and end up missing some free throws.
Well, he's 0 for 5, and the Suns are 4 of 11. Hassel brings it into the corner now. This Sprewell trying to take Marion inside. Rebound by Q. Richardson to Nash. Suns with 14 fast break points thus far. This time Minnesota gets back. Nash is going to pump and get it. And there's what we're talking about, Dan. I think he should shoot more like that.
Every time, if Hudson continues to go underneath that screen and roll, Steve should just stop and shoot that jump shot.
Nash with 14 points, 5 assists in the ball game. 55-53 Phoenix. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Minnesota not into their offense. Here's Troy Hudson from the corner, and he just nailed a 3. That is their first 3 of the night. They missed their first 7. And a 1-point lead now for Minnesota. Nash comes back.
Attaboy, Nash.
He's listening to you, Dan, like I do. I mean, we got to listen to you.
Go ahead and get your 40 tonight, Steve. They're allowing you to shoot. Go ahead. You're the best shooter on the floor.
57-56, a 1-point lead for the Suns. Seesaw back and forth right now. Garnett goes up, can't get it. Gets his own rebound, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Garnett, pushing off. That will be his 3rd.
Well, he missed the first one when he pushed off on the shot, and then you can see him push off on the shots. He turns away from Sean. It looks like he pushes off on Amari there, and then shoves Sean out of the way to get that rebound.
So, Garnett, last year's MVP, who just attended his 8th All-Star game this year, has picked up 3 fouls. Suns by 1. Joe Johnson picked up by Sprewell. Switch out. Olowokandi switches out with 8 on the shot clock. Joe trying to take him inside. Up it goes to Marion. Marion, guys, it just won't go for him tonight. And here's Joe Johnson, saves it to Amari. Good hustle by JJ. Marion now 2 of 15 from the field. Here's Amari, tough shot, and we're going to have a foul. So Amari floating to the air, and the foul is going to go on Trenton Hassel.
Here's what I was talking about Steve Nash as Hudson continues to go underneath the screen and roll. Q's going to come down here and set the pick. Hudson decides to go under, giving Steve enough room just to take a dribble and pull up and shoot the 16-footer.
All right, now, Amari, you got to hit a free throw here. He's 0 for 5 tonight. At the start of the night, he was shooting 73% from the free throw line. Now, Dick Bavetta is talking to Kevin McHale, and he's telling Kevin, just go sit down, and we're in control of this ball game. McHale, who twice was the 6th man of the year when he played with the Boston Celtics. A legendary team. Won 3 NBA titles. And so Stoudemire gets 1 to go. 58-56. Suns now 5 of 12 from the free throw line. 9-56. After trailing by 3 at half, the Suns now have taken their own lead. 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Troy Hudson using a screen by Olowokandi. He's going to pull up and hit it. 1-point game. Nash back the other way. Suns tonight trying to pick up victory number 26, and Q just nailed another 3, and he's proud to own the 3-point zone in Fulton Homes. Another $150. The Suns charity, 62-58. Suns are 8 of 17, and that's going to be a foul, and Nash knocked down, not happy about it. The foul on Olowokandi.
You're going to see here on the offensive foul is Olowokandi lays out Nash. That's a Hudson's fault. Actually went before Olowokandi was able to set his feet, and he got called for the foul. But the Suns need to shoot and make as many 3-pointers as they can. Actually shooting better from the 3-point line than they are from the 2 as Sean continues to struggle, going hard to the hole.
No, go ahead, Mr. Marley.
We're going to see what we need to do. Steve Nash continue to penetrate, and Q showing why he holds my record, making them 3s.
Are you ready? Wow! Go! Wow! Are you ready? I can't do this. Go! No way! Not even for a some Bud Light?
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
See you, dude! Wait!
It's all here.
The Room Store's #1 in Arizona because of our great selection of famous name brands. We'll beat any price, any day. Buy it today and have it tomorrow. And our no-hassle money-back satisfaction guarantee. Never a cancellation or restocking fee. Now, for the first time ever, save the tax on every item at every room. And get no money down, no interest, and no payments till October 2006 with no minimum purchase during our fantastic store-wide Save the Tax sale. It's like buying tax-free at the Room Store.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
I thought you were getting hors d'oeuvres.
It's game time, baby. Come on now.
That's a double quarter pounder.
With cheese.
Samantha wanted hors d'oeuvres.
The double quarter pounder with cheese. Pound one. Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
And this is what I had in mind when I thought about you.
The Pacific Division champions up 62-58. And here's what's on tap for the Phoenix Suns. Brought to you by Bud Light. Fresh, smooth, real, it's all here. Sunday at Houston. They're 1-1 in that series. Both teams winning on the road. And then the Lakers will be here Tuesday. And Dan and I'll bring that one to you on FSN Arizona. Friday, April 8th at Golden State. Boy, they're playing well now with Baron Davis. They're 10-7 with Davis back. And then home against Houston again on FSN Arizona. Yao Ming, the last time that he played against the Suns, had a dominating performance. Suns now shooting 46%. The Timberwolves 44%. Suns with the advantage by 4.
Well, both teams shooting exactly the same. Both teams 24 for 61 for the game. The Suns 8 for 17 from threes. Timberwolves only 1 for 8.
Here's Amari now with a little candy coming out on him. Q's going to try another 3. That one didn't look good from the get-go. Off it comes now to Sprewell. Sprewell's done a nice job on the boards. He has 7 rebounds. 62-58, 5:10 left to go in the third. Sprewell would like to get it into Garnett. They got it to him. Marion, tough matchup with him. He's given up a lot of height, 6'7" to 7 foot. Garnett follow away and gets the roll.
It's the best Sean could do there. Made him take a tough turnaround jumper, turned away from the double team coming down by Steve Nash.
Marion tried to run down the other end, get away from Garnett, and he got back there defensively.
Maybe one of the few guys in the league, probably Sean Marion, can't run away from is Kevin Garnett.
Nash out to Joe Johnson. 3 ball. Count it. Giving another assist to Steve Nash. And Joe Johnson proud to own the 3-point zone. Colton Home donates another $150 to Suns charities. Suns up by 5. 2 of 4 is Joe Johnson. The Suns as a team 9 of 19. They average 23 attempts a game, and there's Garnett. And is that going to be a foul on Garnett? It is. That's his 4th. Garnett in a little bit of foul trouble here with 4:21 to go in the third.
Well, just gets frustrated here as he finds himself triple teamed by the Suns, wanting to get a shot up, wants to have his team make the playoffs, lowers the right shoulder. Sean doing a good job of making sure the ref calls it by falling down.
Garnett's going to have to come out of the game now. Griffin will check in. Zerbiak is coming in as well for Sprewell. So Garnett will leave. He has a double-double at 10 points, 13 rebounds. And that is his 63rd of the year, which leads the NBA, with Thunder Dan, the former record holder on 3-point shooting, is here tonight, and I'm just hanging in there with him. 5-point lead now for the Suns. I know, Dan, it's been tough. Hang in there, but you've got a lot of other things going for you. Here's Amari inside, follows his own shot. Great second effort.
Don't be afraid to tell me what those are.
14 points now for Stoudemire. 7-point lead. So the Suns starting now to get a little distance between themselves and the Timberwolves after leading by as many as 14 in the first half. Griffin off to Zerbiak. Facing up against Jim Jackson, and Zerbiak not able to get the shot to go. Olowokandi gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. Olowokandi, who was the #1 pick in the draft by the Clippers in '98.
And the Suns, Amari Stoudemire taking it hard to the basket, misses it, but just Does a la Sean Marion, goes right back up and gets it and puts it home.
At the other end, Stoudemire just picked up his third foul. Olowokandi, a guy who they thought would replace Rasho Nesterovic, who left to go to San Antonio as a free agent. And Olowokandi was out a lot last year with knee problems. Has become their starter, starting 7 of the last 8. They were starting Mark Madsen at center, but then he ruptured a ligament in his wrist and is out for the year after having surgery. 1 of 2 free throws, 67-61. Marion has 11 rebounds. Shooting not there, but his rebounding still very solid. Rebound by Griffin. So Marion right at his seasonal average of 11.3. Barbosa getting ready to come into the ball game now for the Suns. Olowokandi out to Hudson. Hudson, long 3, and he got it. Hudson's a dangerous player.
Minnesota just working out of that double team. Suns not doing a good job of rotating on defense.
Nash comes right back. Marion tips, and then the second one goes. Maybe that'll get him going.
He's amazing, though. I mean, he's missed a lot of easy layups, but just the ability to miss that first one and spring right up and slam it home.
Well, it's his time of the game. We're getting close to the 4th quarter. And that's when Marion just seems to take his game up to another level. Eddie Griffin, who did not play last year. He was with Houston and New Jersey. Had a lot of personal problems off the court. It's been a nice addition to this Minnesota team. There's a steal attempt by Joe Johnson. 2 on the shot clock. Hassel got it underway in time. And Nash comes down to the rebound. Quickly ahead to Amari. Amari, he takes it home.
Well, that all started with great defense by Jim Jackson, who got right up on Wally Zerbiak, made him put it on the floor. Bad pass, and then Amari catches it, fakes the pass, and then slams it home.
McHale calls timeout. Minnesota seeing maybe this game starting to slip away.
You see Nash just pushing up. Amari's going to catch it, fake it. 1 power dribble, 2 hands, slam it, dribble!
Free to move about the country.
When you've been recognized by J.D. Power & Associates as the most dependable heavy-duty full-size pickup truck, there's no need to be bashful. GMC Sierra, professional-grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
2 championship titles.
End zone touchdown!
13 winning seasons. The Arizona Rattlers have set a standard in the league and are once again set to strike the competition down.
Who is this guy?
As they gun for a 4th straight Arena Bowl berth. Experience the nonstop intensity of the Arizona Rattlers and the Arena Football League on FSN Arizona. The Rattlers take on San Jose Sunday at 6 on FSN Arizona.
Suns outscoring the Timberwolves 25-14 in the quarter. Hey, Suns fans, a room store would like to invite you to come meet Sean Marion this Wednesday between 2 and 3 p.m. at the room store in Glendale. Stop by the room store, meet the Suns all-star forward, Sean Marion. That's at 59th Avenue and Bell. Let's go back to this follow tip by Sean Marion.
Well, I don't know how he does this. Nobody better in the league. Watch, he goes up once, misses it. Look how quick he goes right back up and slams it home. Nobody in the league does it better.
He was on a pogo stick there, 71-64. Hassel has it batted away by Joe Johnson, and then Hassel gets it back. 2 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Zerbiak baseline, brings it outside now to Griffin. Suns with a 71-64 lead, trying to win number 4 in a row. Cassell misses, and that's a rare miss for him. Cassell, one of those guys, every time you shoot it, you think it's going in.
Well, it's not the 4th quarter yet. The 4th quarter, those all fall.
That's true. Here's Jim Jackson now trying to feed Amari, and they were holding Amaro as he tried to go inside to get open. That'll be the 15th foul against Minnesota.
Dick Bavetta caught it just a little late as Amari was going to go set the screen and decide to slip it. Minnesota player grabbed him and didn't allow him to get the ball. See, he's going to go to the right there. He's going to grab him around the right hand. You can't see it, but believe me, Griffin fouled him. Dick Bavetta never misses a call.
They actually call it on Hoiberg.
Well, then he missed that one.
Stoudemire, man, Amari, you got to spend some time at the free throw line. You're 2 of 8 here tonight.
I'll tell him you said so.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll listen to me. So the Suns now, Dan, are 6 of 14 from the line. You hope that doesn't come back and haunt you. Stoudemire's second free throw is on the way. This one's dead center. 72-64. Sam Cassell, he's only played 17 minutes. They're going to save him for the push at the end. Cassell going in against Joe Johnson, and he's going to draw the foul. You know, Trenton Hassel is a guy who really didn't look for his shot, never was very active offensively, and then he really came on in the playoffs last year, so he's become a pretty good player both ends of the floor.
He's done a good job. He's been able to consistently start hitting some outside jump shots, which makes players come out and respect it. And you saw there, he's got pretty good quickness getting to the basket.
Second foul on Joe Johnson, and Hassel able to hit that free throw. He averaged almost 8 points a game in the playoffs, and he started every game. 18 playoff games. And this year has become their consistent starter and averaging 9.5 points in the last 13 games. 72-66. Amari with Griffin on him. 12 on the shot clock. Makes his move. Griffin rejected it. Griffin's long. He's 6'10". Off it comes out of Hoiberg. Hoiberg, we mentioned, shooting 50% at the start of the night from three-point land, but he'd hit 75 less threes than Joe Johnson, who's number 2 in percentage. A minute to go. Out it comes to Zerbiak. 7 on the shot clock. Hoiberg, who played at Iowa State, wheels it out. Griffin with 3, and a 3 on the way. Rebound, fought for. 2 of the Suns fighting over it, and Zerbiak is able to come up with it.
Exactly
That's a
right.
tough break.
Yeah, just 2 guys being very aggressive, knocked the ball out of hand. Zerbiak being in the right place at the right time.
4-point game. Stoudemire rejected, goes up again. Boy, he's having a fight for everything right now. He got really hammered a couple of times on this exchange inside.
You're going to see here just 2 Suns, Jimmy Jackson and Barbosa, fighting for the rebound. You got to communicate a little better. Knocks the ball out of Barbosa's hands. Then Zerbiak gets the bucket. Then Coach D'Antoni not pleased.
Not at all, as Stoudemire at the line again hits this one. That foul, by the way, was on Sam Cassell, his first. There's been 17 offensive rebounds by Minnesota, 13 second chance points. You combine that with poor free throw shooting, that's awfully hard to overcome. 74-68. Amari with 9 points in the quarter, 19 for the game. Here's Cassell backing in on Joe Johnson. Look at it, he wants it. Gets it into Griffin. Set up Griffin. Griffin goes to the line, but Cassell just backing down inside and setting up that play. Did I say Cassell?
Yeah.
Hassel.
Hassel's doing a good job. We talked about his offense. Now he's demanding himself in there in the paint, using his body, and got the double team, and then found Griffin, who got fouled.
Hunter comes in now for Stoudemire. He'll sit down with 19 points and 5 rebounds. Griffin at the line. Good free throw shooter, but not able to get this one. Eddie Griffin, a guy who was drafted in the first round by the Nets, was traded over for Richard Jefferson, Jason Collins, and Brandon Armstrong, and has had a lot of difficulty, but he is a talented player. Got one of them, 74-69. 13 of 20 now is Minnesota from the free throw line. Going to go for the last shot of the third quarter. Joe Johnson outside. Griffin got in his face. Jim Jackson, the 3, not there. Joe Johnson tried to follow once, twice, and we're going to have a foul on Joe Johnson, a loose ball foul. Great effort by Joe. But what really hurts is they're going to shoot free throws because that's a 15 foul with only 0.6 of a second left in the quarter.
You're right. That was a good effort by Joe Johnson. But it's actually a good call as he goes up. He's going to go up over Griffin's back with the left hand and gets the tip. And correct call by the ref. But we continue to see the Suns run that play for Joe Johnson. You see him crash the boards and go right over Griffin for the tip. But they're counting on the switch as Griffin switched out on Joe Johnson. But Griffin, being long as he is, has done a good job of getting his hands up, blocked a few shots, and made him pass it.
Griffin's missed a couple of free throws. Started the night shooting 75% from the free throw line, and he missed another one. So it did not cost him. Even though they committed a foul with 0.6 of a second, could not get either free throw. Suns outscore Minnesota in the quarter 28-20. So the Suns with a real battle on their hands as we go to the final 12 minutes at the Purple Palace.
The new 2006 300 horsepower GS. The next phenomenon from Lexus. At your Valley Lexus dealer.
Have you ever had a problem with your pool equipment? Who can you call for help? The Gorilla knows to call Leslie Swimming Pool Supplies. It's so easy. No one's more qualified to help you solve your pool problems than Leslie's. They respond quickly with professionally trained technicians who guarantee your satisfaction. Leslie Swimming Pool Supplies. They're not happy until you are. 31 Valley locations.
Clearly, you can count on us.
Call or visit Leslie's today.
When you live in a Fulton community, you just can't wait to get home.
Fulton Homes. You're proud to own, we're proud to build.
If there's one thing baseball fans can agree on, it's Major League Baseball on XM Satellite Radio. Every team, all season long, plus commercial-free music.
Back here at America West Arena as the Suns lead 74-69. You see the score by quarters there. And Thursday, it's a special live presentation of the best damn sports show period with former champ Riddick Bowe back in the ring on a quest to reclaim the heavyweight crown. Plus, 2004 gold medalist Andre Ward tries to remain undefeated as a professional. The best damn boxing championship period is Thursday, only on FSN Arizona.
Superbly done, Thunder Dan. 74-69, 12 minutes to go. The fans on their feet. Sun's going to try to finish, and here comes the quarter for Cassell. I mean, it's the fourth quarter now. Here he goes.
Got to give that one to McHale as he set up a perfect play for his fourth quarter player. Zerbiak set the back pick on a little bit scissor play, and Cassell gets the wide open jumper.
I mentioned this earlier, and the only loss to Minnesota this year, Sam Cassell had 11 points in the fourth quarter. He was the difference. 74-71 now. Suns with the lead. They'll inbound with 11:33 to go. Quentin Richardson will inbound it. Into Marion. Marion got it.
Yeah, Sean finally makes one of those layups. Missed a lot of them tonight, but much like Cassell, Sean is a money player, and fourth quarter is usually his time.
And he now has his 47th double-double of the year. 10 points, 14 rebounds. That ties his career best. Backing into Zerbiak, and Zerbiak able to nail it.
Well, they ran that same play where Cassell got the wide open jumper. That time Barbosa switched off. Zerbiak took him right to the post.
Jackson brings it out to Barbosa. Inside 11 minutes to go in this game. Barbosa against Zerbiak. Tough break on the shot. Griffin brings it down.
Boy, Griffin's done a good job on the boards, too. Not playing that many minutes, has 14 rebounds.
There's Cassell trying one from outside, not finding the mark. Bodies hit the floor. Getting up slowly, Hunter and Zerbiak. Richardson with the three. And so those two guys can go back and stay defensively as the three ball. And Fulton Homes donates $150 to Phoenix Suns Charities. And Marion now has, Richardson has now hit 4 of 9 threes. And we got a foul on Jim Jackson inside.
Good job by Q, as he must get eyes in the back of his head as he's going to come down. Looks like he's going to pull up and shoot this three and feels a presence and lets Griffin fly on by and nails another three.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? 4 of 9 now. So he has 205 threes on the year, and Zerbiak tries to hit a three. Richardson back the other way.
We actually got a box out there by Stephen Hunter.
Here's Marion, and that was Hoiberg able to poke it away. Zerbiak to Hoiberg. Hoiberg gives it to Cassell. Cassell instantly looked up to shoot. Hoiberg, the guy you don't want shooting, leads the league in three-point percentage. He just nailed one there.
Yeah, D'Antoni standing right in front of us. As soon as somebody left Hoiberg and he got the ball back, he just put his hands in his pocket. That's one guy you do not want to leave from behind the arc.
Their third three out of 14 attempts. Barbosa getting a screen from Stephen Hunter. Here's Q again. And this one's off the front. Back it comes to Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell, a fiery guy. Never stops talking out there. Wants the ball at crunch time. He's going to take it inside, and he is going to establish something now.
As far as point guards goes, probably one of the best, if not the best, in the post.
79-78, a one-point game. Richardson brings it out to Sean Marion. Stephen Hunter reloads to Marion. 10 on the shot clock. Sean backing down on Hassel. Not able to get it. Hoiberg tips it over to Sam Cassell, and they've got a chance to take the lead. Timberwolves bench has scored 35 points, now 37 as Cassell hits again. Minnesota takes the lead, and we were really fearful of this, and it's happening.
Well, D'Antoni calls a timeout. He wants to get Nash and Amari Stoudemire back in the game as the offense is a little bit stagnant. Doesn't want this Minnesota team to get a little bit of confidence. We know this guy's got a lot of confidence, especially against the Suns, especially here in America West Arena, and especially in the fourth quarter.
Didn't you know you were coming to the airport? Put your arms out. Come on.
While you were waiting to be probed and searched at the airport, our slot machines paid out $50,000.
I have a book, notebook.
I don't need a story. I just need you to unpack it.
More money than any other casino in Arizona. What are you waiting for?
Now at the Room Store, for the first time ever, save the tax on every item at every room and get no money down, no interest and no payments till October 2006 with no minimum purchase during our fantastic store-wide Save the Tax sale. Save the tax on this casual sofa, only $397. This plush suede cloth sofa, only $497. Or this Southwest nailhead trimmed sofa, only $597, tax included. The store-wide Save the Tax sale now at the Room Store.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
This is Matt Hasselbeck, Seattle Seahawks quarterback and real Quest customer. In the offseason, Hasselbeck likes to avoid hassles, so he relaxes with his new DirecTV service, available from Quest. With Quest, he gets the best digital programming, great savings, one bill, and only one number to call, which is a lot less hassles for Hasselbeck. So if Hasselbeck can,
you can too.
Call 866-4BEST-4U to order DirecTV. Get a 4-room system and standard professional installation free. That's our spirit of service in action.
Phoenix Suns basketball on FSN Arizona is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the NBA, by Phillips & Associates, Arizona's law firm, and by Bud Light. Fresh, smooth, real, it's all here. Suns with a battle on their hands. They're shooting only 38% for the game. Sam Cassell starting now to impact the game. Already 6 points here in this fourth quarter. Suns have it back, now down by 1. Cassell trying to track Nash. Nash, turnaround spin move, and he senses this is the time to start to offensively step up. 1 point lead.
When he came out of timeout, Sam gave him a playful little elbow to the chest, and Steve Nash just took task and went at him and shot the jump shot. I think he should be doing that all game long.
Nash is trying to get his 13th straight game with double digits in assists. He's at 8 right now. He has 18 points. Here's Kevin Garnett, and the long one is able to give Minnesota the lead back. Garnett with 12 points, 13 rebounds. Q with Hassel coming out on him. Amari going inside against Garnett. Back to Nash. 12 on the shot clock. Broken up. Sam Cassell ahead quickly to Hassel. Hoiberg, Hassel. And it's now a 3-point lead for Minnesota.
Great pass by Hoiberg. Caught it. Just a little touch pass. Gave it right back to Hassel for the dunk.
Nash trying to go inside. Drawing a crowd. Gets it to Jim Jackson. The 3-ball. And the Suns have nailed another one. Jim Jackson proud to own the 3-point zone. Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns charities. Suns 11 of 24. And Jim Jackson 1 of 3. We're tied at 84. Cassell, look at Nash trying to poke it away. Sam just wants it, doesn't he? Look at it. Not able to get it. Zerbiak trying to keep it alive. Sam gets it back. Sudden Sam is going to be fouled by Stephen Hunter.
Well, if Sam continues to get on that post, the Suns are going to have to go down and double team. He's just too good down there. Lucky that he missed that shot, got it back, and saw the veteran move, drawing the foul. He's deadly from the free throw line, so the Suns can expect a heavy dose of Sam Cassell in the post. You can see here just backing down Steve Nash, taking his time. Nice move to the baseline. Just happened to miss the layup. Zerbiak tips it to him, draws Stephen Hunter up in the air, and gets the foul.
Cassell hits a free throw. Sean Marion coming into the ball game now. Stephen Hunter will leave. Cassell now in the game, has 12 points. Sam is 35 years old, his 12th year in the league. As we mentioned last year, made his first All-Star appearance. Oldest first-time All-Star ever at the age of 34, and he missed the second one. 1-point lead now by Minnesota.
Sam was too busy over there arguing with McHale about what play he wanted to call, and totally distracted, missed the free throw.
Here's Amari going in on Garnett and does a nice job. Garnett was lurking, but he was able to shed him and get the basket. 86-85, Suns 21 points now for Stoudemire.
Sam's over there calling his own number.
Well, he talks all the time.
Well, he wants to get down in that post.
I mean, Sam just jabbers all the time, never stops. Zerbiak off to Hoiberg. Hoiberg dumps it out. Zerbiak, 3-ball. And Hassel has it batted away by Q. Nice play by Quentin Richardson. Nash into the offensive end. He was going to go inside with the ball. Thought different. Backs it back out. Now a switch. Garnett comes out on Nash, and Nash, I tell you, he is now 8 of 12 tonight. He has 20 points in the game.
That time they pushed him away from the screen and roll. He attacked Kevin Garnett. Garnett just backed up and let him shoot the jump shot.
88-85. Nash now at 9 assists to go with those 20 points. Garnett with Marion on him. Out to Hoiberg. The 3 by Hoiberg, and the rebound is by Jim Jackson. Nash again surveying the floor, trying to create something. Dumps it into the wing area. Shot on the way. Missing by Jim Jackson. Cassell, look at him. He and McHale are having a dialogue as he comes up into the offensive end. Sam brings it over to Hassel. Trenton Hassel goes in against Amari, and that'll be a foul. And that'll be his 4th. We're going to have a break in the action. 5:46 left to go in this game. 88-85. The Suns with a real battle as they try to win their 4th in a row. Steve Nash has been superb as usual. This is Phoenix Suns basketball on FSN Arizona.
Welcome to California.
We run.
We rip.
We fly.
We swing.
We believe. We believe in Nirvana. We rock! And we've got our own motto. So come on. Come on.
Come on. Listen to my wife.
Find yourself in California. Fly Southwest Airlines from Phoenix to Southern California or Las Vegas for just $39 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
What would I do if I won Powerball? I'd buy courtside seats to every Suns home game! Yeah!
I'd retire and play a lot of golf. If I won Powerball, I'd buy another NBA team. Nah, I think I'm going to keep the one I got.
Buy your Powerball tickets from any Arizona lottery retailer today, and don't forget, you can multiply your winnings with Power Play. And think, if you won Powerball, what would you do?
Tonight on your Arizona Sports Report, the D-backs finalize their starting rotation. We'll tell you who's in, and we'll hear from Bob Melvin, plus all the postgame from the Suns and T-Wolves. On your Arizona Sports Report, next.
Tonight on the Best Damn Sports Show, period, Tom invades the Final Four mayhem with Memphis coach John Calipari and Duke guard J.J. Redick, plus wrestling legend Hulk Hogan and actor-comedian Jimmy Fallon. Tonight at 10:30.
It's crunch time, 88-85. The Suns of the lead. Hey, Suns fans, head on down to the Jack in the Box at I-10 and Ray Road this Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. You can purchase tickets to the upcoming Jack in the Box NBA Celebrity Shootout on Sunday, April 10th, and meet Suns three-point champ Quentin Richardson. Well, Steve Nash, you know, you're never surprised by what he does. I mean, he is just absolutely the best point guard in the NBA. And my way of thinking, should be the NBA MVP. There's the numbers. He is 1 assist away from another double-double, and it would be his 13th straight game, I should say, in double digits in assists when he gets one more. And that breaks his record of 12 that he set earlier this year. Mark Jackson, who was such a great point guard for so many years, had 14 games in a row while he did that. So at the line now is Hassel with 5:46 left to go.
Sam Cassell want to be a coach? He's over there talking.
No, he wants to be a broadcaster.
Low.
He talks all. He should. That'll be the next thing.
He needs to be on the radio.
He wouldn't have enough time to say all that on TV.
No, that's not the reason. I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay. I won't go there. Hassel now with 14 points. You know, Dan, you have a kind of a real vicious nature at times. It kind of shocks me. 88-87.
A lot on my mind.
I know. You don't need to tell me. 5:38 left to go in this game. Here's Nash. They switch out. Off it comes to Marion. Look at Nash trying to shake Cassell. Cassell trying to work through a screen. Nash, a lot of contact. He got it. Oh, was that pretty? He was knocked off course. Sam Cassell doesn't like the call. What a play by Steve Nash.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Sam Cassell cannot play any better defense than that. Just tells you how talented Steve Nash is. He just got around, body him the whole way, hits a tough fall away jumper. Sam Cassell doesn't know what to do because that's about his best defense you can play, that just pushes off, falls away, gets the basket and the foul. Steve Nash continues to be hot.
Brilliant. 91-87, the three-point play for Nash gives him 23 points. 5:20 left to go. That foul on Sam Cassell was his second, and it goes to Garnett. Nice feed from Zerbiak. They could do nothing about that. Down it comes to Marion. Zerbiak jumps out on him. John's going to go to the hole, off the glass. Garnett comes down to the rebound, his 14th of the night. So a chance to tie or take the lead is Minnesota. Inside 5 to go. The Timberwolves trying to win back-to-backs. The third game of a road swing to the west. Out it comes to Griffin. Line drive 3, and he got it, and they have a 1-point lead.
You're right, that is an ugly three-point shoot there because he just line drives, but he's a pretty good three-point shooter, shooting 34% for as big as he is.
We've had 10 lead changes in this game. Right now in favor of Minnesota. Marion with the 3. Amari with a big rebound. Brings it out. Nash with the 3. Count it! Steve Nash proud to own the three-point zone. Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns Charities, and Nash is dominating this game right now. He is 4 or 5 behind the line.
And a big offensive rebound, and Meyer able to get Steve that second chance.
26 points for Nash. Zerbiak left it short on Amari with a powerful rebound. Suns up by 2. 4 minutes left to go. Into the corner to Q. Q, back it comes to Nash. Nash having trouble with it, and he's going to be fouled by Zerbiak. I tell you what, it's got to be frustrating for Minnesota. They're playing some good defense, and Nash is still making them pay.
Well, Nash is just continuing his hot streak, and Amari secures the offensive rebound, and you know this is good right when he lets it go. He's just that type of player, and hot, and says yes.
Nash is high this year. If you're wondering, his 33 points. As he moves, we have a foul on Minnesota. It's on Sam Cassell. That'll be his 3rd. Suns will take it side out. That is the third team foul against Minnesota. Suns with 3 thus far. Inside, 4 minutes to go. Nash dumps it to Amari. Amari backs it out. Swing it to Marion. Marion's going to go inside. And he's rejected but fouled. Both Garnett and Griffin double teamed him as he went inside. I tell you, that was a courageous move by Marion. The foul is on Garnett, and that's 5.
Although Sean is struggling all night, he still takes it to the hole hard and gets pushed from underneath by Kevin Garnett with the left hand, and Griffin's over there get the block, but Garnett fouling, and Sean continues to be aggressive, taking the ball to the basket.
He has 15 points of the, should say 11 points of the game, 14 rebounds. It hasn't been a good shooting night, but he's still finding a way, as he always does, to impact the game. Missed the free throw. 3-point game. Suns now have missed 9 free throws. Cassell off to Zerbiak. They swing it around to Griffin. Griffin looking into Garnett. Here comes to KG. The big ticket. Out to Zerbiak. 2-ball. That is a 2. And it's a 1-point game.
Well, the Suns are going to give up some wide open looks as they continue to double Kevin Garnett even before he gets the ball. So they got to have to continue to work hard on rotation and try to get out there and at least put a hand up in somebody's face.
Zerbiak leads them in scoring with 16 now. Swinging around. Q Richardson 3. Big 3 by Q. And he owns the 3-point zone. Fulton Holmes with another $150 to Suns charities. That was a huge 3.
It was a good job of the Suns of moving it quickly and finding the wide open quick.
98-94 Phoenix. In it comes to Garnett. Double team off to Griffin, and they're going to foul him. I tell you, you're right, though. They're double teaming Kevin Garnett. People are finding their open shots. Griffin is fouled as he goes inside. The foul will be on Joe Johnson.
You see Nash finding Marion quickly. Throws it to Q from behind the arc. Wide open. He's not going to miss too many. We got a barn burner here at America.
1876, my great-great-grandfather Adolphus Busch started brewing a handcrafted beer right here in St. Louis called Budweiser. And that recipe of ingredients is the same today as it was when it was founded over 125 years ago. I think tradition is a very, very important thing because there are certain values like quality and integrity that really should never change. Budweiser started as a great beer and is still that same great beer today.
While you were waiting for 5 o'clock to roll around, our slot machines paid out $1.6 million. More money than any other casino in Arizona. What are you waiting for?
Want to get away? Now you can. Just .com for Southwest Airlines $89 internet specials from Phoenix to cities in the Northwest. Purchased by April 21st.
You are now free to move about the country.
Well, we've got a good one here. Suns with the lead, 98-94. Tonight's High Flyers feature presented by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA. And here's Dan Marley with the play-by-play.
The official airlines of Amari Stoudemire. This will be Amari Stoudemire's show as he comes down and says, my ankle is just fine, and then kicks it up with the behind-the-head double bumper. And then, Griffin, what are you thinking about? Too late. And then showing a little ball. Steps around him and slams it home. Amari flying on Southwest.
So with Dan Marley, I'm Gary Bender. The Suns trying to win game number 4. Top of the entire NBA with the best record. It has been a battle. You can see both teams have 2 full timeouts and 12 fouls to give. As going to the line is going to be Griffin after that last foul by Joe Johnson. Eddie Griffin tonight, 2 of 5 for the free throw line. They now, as a team, are 17 of 27. In the fourth quarter, we talk about Sam Cassell being so good in the fourth quarter. How about our guy Nash?
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. Steve Nash has done that all year long, and he will continue to hit big shots for this team. And down at the other end, you want to see where you'll see Minnesota go through Kevin Garnett on their offense and let him create.
1 of 2 free throws by Griffin makes it 98-95. Joe Johnson, corner shot, 3-ball, in and out. Rebound comes off now to Hassel. And Sam walk it up. 3-point game, 2:27 left to go. Here's Garnett. Timberwolves trying to even up the season series at 2-2. Sal doesn't get it. Hassel tries a follow tip, and Marion comes away with it. They had a good look. Up it comes to Nash. Steve Nash still looking for another assist to get him double digits in that area, but what an offensive performance. 10 of 14 tonight. Q has hit 5 of 11 threes. Suns in this quarter 4 of 7 behind the line. Nash into the corner. Joe Johnson shot clock. He hit a 3 as the shot clock expired. And J.J. Brown on the 3-point zone. Fulton Holmes donates another $150 to Suns charities. And 3 of 7 is Joe Johnson. The Suns are now 14 of 30 behind the line. Here from the corner, Serbiak with a 3. It doesn't go. Amari tips it away from Griffin. Up to Nash. Nash to Marion. The place is electric.
Cheerleaders are even excited they're out there. You can see Steve Nash knowing just how much time's left on the floor. Gets all the way down to the baseline. Joe Johnson with a tough jumper with Serbiak in his face. And then Nash is just going to wait just long enough. You know what? Give it up to the Matrix. He ain't going to miss that one, and he's fouled.
And 11 assists now for Steve Nash. 2 huge assists down the stretch, and Marion exploding to the basket. He has 13 points in the ball game. Make it 14, and the Suns now with a 104-95 lead. A surge, a patented surge that this team is so famous for. And the Suns trying to finish off with a flurry here at the end, led by Steve Nash, setting up his teammates.
The new 2006 all-wheel drive GS. The next phenomenon from Lexus. At your Valley Lexus dealer.
This place is rocking as the Suns lead at 104-95. A 10-3-scoring run. 6-0 in the last 119 of this quarter. Hey, attention, Suns fans. You want to win an autographed Suns jersey? You can with the Arizona Lottery Power Play giveaway. Visit Suns.com and enter to win today. Boy, this just happened so quickly. I mean, it was a 3-point. And just like that, the Suns made a move.
Well, Nash just a couple of jumpers, then penetrates, gives it to Joe Johnson, and Sean Marion only 5 for 22, but comes up with the big slam, gets this crowd into it, and Suns start to build some momentum here at America West Arena.
I'm going to tell you right now, Steve Nash has played just an unbelievable game tonight. He's done it all. There's Serbiak, an assist to Garnett. So they come out of the timeout, set up a play. It's 109-97, still a minute 22 to go.
Again, just dumping into Garnett. Got a back pick. Serbiak takes it all the way basket. Garnett, a good passing big man, finds it.
104-97. Here's Nash with now 9 on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Amari. Nash is going to pull up. Not this time. And look at Marion hustle, but eventually picked up by Hassel, gets it to Cassell. Here's Zerbiak, back out to Sam Cassell. They extend the defense on Sutton. Sam, he's going to rebound is good by Joe Johnson.
Well, that wasn't a very good jumper by Sam, off balance and kind of quick, and Suns need to take a little bit of time here before they run the play.
Look at Hassel, he's all over Nash. They finally call the foul. I mean, he encircled his waist a couple of times, trying to come up with a steal, and eventually comes up with a foul, and Nash will go to the line. Okay, Steve Nash tonight with 35 minutes, 10 of 15 for the field. He's hit both free throws, 26 points, 11 assists, now 27 points. And I mean, there were times in the game where he just sensed that he had to take the shot, he had to provide the offense, and he got it done. Got them both. 106-97, and we're going to have a timeout by Minnesota. It's going to be a full timeout. So with 42 seconds left to go, we're going to step aside for a moment. The Suns close to victory number 55 on the year.
Southwest Airlines is not just for short flights anymore. We're taking low fares farther with more long-distance nonstops out of Phoenix.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hey, Suns fans. You want to go to the playoffs? You don't need to run. You don't need the gun. Just get ready for the fun. A deposit on next year's Suns season tickets clinches your spot for this season's sensational playoff run. But hurry, because they're going fast. Call 602-379-SUNS or visit suns.com today. The best is yet to come.
Phoenix Suns trying to win 4 in a row. They're 12th in their last 15 outings as they have this lead now. And Sean Marion, he's had to work hard, Dan, for 14 points, but his rebounding has been something.
He's had to work hard not to have about 30 points. He's missed so many puppies tonight, but, you know, Sean has always done a great job on the rebounds, and he's a gamer. He always comes out here and plays hard and gives it to you all, not only on the offense end, defensive end. Has a tough time tonight, but find a way to get in. You see the standings here as Minnesota's battling for their playoff lives. Phoenix wants to keep that top spot.
And San Antonio was playing in Denver tonight, a late start on that ball game, and so the Nuggets could really help the Spurs. Suns up by 1 game at the start of the night. There's Garnett fouled by Sean Marion with 39 seconds left to go. I tell you what, this was an interesting game. The Suns started well, Dan, and then all of a sudden the game got away from them. And now they have finished strong. So it's been a game where they've had to come back and play down the stretch championship-type basketball.
Well, in the second quarter, they couldn't buy a shot. Minnesota backed off and let them shoot outside jumpers, and they couldn't make any. And we knew they weren't going to continue it all game, and they stepped in the quarter, especially Steve Nash. Key guys hitting some key shots, but we're talking about Sean Marion. You look at him on the defensive end, he has 3 steals, 2 block shots, only has 1 turnover, 16 rebounds, so tough night for Sean as far as making buckets, but he's done everything else.
Yep, he's hung in there. Didn't let it drag his game down as Garnett gets 1 of 2 free throws. Amari Stoudemire the rebound. And a foul. Amari with 21 points and 9 rebounds.
Amari's done a good job. He's got 9 rebounds, 5 assists, so missing a few games, he's come back strong.
Only problem he's had has been at the free throw line, 5 of 11. The Timberwolves came in here 38 and 34, and they're going to have their 5-game winning streak snapped as they play the second game of a 3-game road swing. Don't forget, fans, we're giving away private basketball clinic with Eddie Johnson in tonight's Watch, Click, and Score promotion. Just log on to suns.com with the secret word of the game, jumper, for your chance to win. Next game for the Timberwolves at Sacramento Sunday. They said tonight before the game they needed to get a split. Well, they lose tonight. They'll hope to find a way to squeeze one past the Kings and keep their playoff hopes alive. Zerbiak ducks inside, and that's an offensive foul. Nash knocked down. So with 29 seconds left, the Suns are going to win the season series 3-1 after being swept last year by this Minnesota team. gutsy win. Suns are going to go to 26-9 at home. They now are 10-7 in the last 17 games. And they will go on the road where they're the very best, 29-8. And Phoenix is going to win it 107-98. And Amari puts one up to end this game. And the Suns are 55-17. Thanks to our producer, David Hughes, Bob Adlock, our director. And our next Suns game on FSN Arizona is Tuesday, when Phoenix hosts Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles Lakers. Suns countdown starts at 6:30 p.m. The next Suns TV game is Sunday. Phoenix travels to Houston to battle the Rockets. Suns game time begins at 5 p.m. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, catch the Arizona Sports Report on FSN Arizona. Thanks to Tom Delnos, our statistician, Sheila Simpson, our stage manager, Bob Bachman, in charge of all the audio. For Thunder Dan Marley, I'm Gary Bender. Thanks for joining us. The Suns have now won 4 in a row.
This